Hey, I think it's working. Well, good evening, one and all. The Drinker's here, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host MauLer for Drinker's Open Bar number 4, I think. Yeah, we've done 3 of these already. Yeah.
Is it official now? I don't forget. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's a great time to announce it, actually. MauLer is my co-host. I'm delighted to have him working with me on this, and it's, well...
It's like you drunkenly stumbled into it, like,
Yeah.
this is
Some people could do some kind of coordinated press campaign. I'm just like, fuck it, this thing's happening, whatever.
Yeah, with my political stage and announcement, with my representatives, gosh.
Yeah, I didn't clear it with your team. I didn't clear it with my team.
No.
I just went ahead and did it. But no, it's awesome to be doing this with you, man. And we're joined tonight by 2, hopefully 3 later guests, but we've got 2 awesome guys with us already. Az from HeelvsBabyface, who you know already. He's the one and only, and he's nerdrotic for some reason this evening. But
Yeah,
it's great
I got
to
to
have
plug
him.
my boy Gary if he's not here, you know.
Yeah. No, quite right, man. And we've got Sargon of Akkad himself. Thank you
Hello.
for coming on tonight, my friend.
Thank you for inviting me.
Excellent
Pretty
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Such representation. Like we got, Englishmen, Irishmen, Scottishmen that come on here,
Welshman.
Nazis. Like it's just everybody basically.
You got Englishman, Welshman, Scotsman, and a Nazi.
I think he prefers
Yes,
to be called
do.
fascist adjacent.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fascist adjacent.
Fascist. Jeez.
I apparently like the threads I was looking at that would describe me that way. The main reason this shit drives me nuts. They're like, oh, do you know that MauLer has been a moderator for Sargon's Discord for many years? And I'm like, I didn't know I was a moderator on your Discord.
So fucking what?
That makes me evil. I was like, I think you gave me that because I needed to get into a particular room, but I've never moderated your Discord.
No, obviously. Christ, I wouldn't expect you to. Jesus.
It's like I didn't realize this was evidence, but all right.
Yeah.
What they should be
Damning
using
evidence.
is all the movies I watched with you, Sargon. That should be evidence of my fascist adjacentness.
Oh, God.
I think I saw
Every time someone says to me the word fascist, all I hear is the word socialist, and I just think, no.
Oh,
So, I've had, because of all the, leftists online going, oh, fascist this, fascist that. I've had to read an ungodly amount of fascist literature, and all I've come away from it thinking is, right, these are just communists with a different coat of paint. Just no.
Yeah. Well, I saw the political compass for 2021, and it's literally just the very top left is like nice guys. Then there's a little ring around that saying like fascist adjacent, and then everywhere else is just Nazi,
Yeah.
Nazi, Nazi, Nazi.
you mean you saw the truth?
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't actively hate yourself, then you're not doing it right. But yeah, we've also got It'sAGundam theoretically joining us. And he's got the invite, so hopefully he'll be in. But he's a bit
Probably
like
backed up
Gandalf.
his
He
feet,
arrives
yeah.
when he means to. But no, it's good to have you guys on this evening. And damn, it kind of feels like there's a lot going on at the moment, and not much of it is good. Like we've got the freaking Eternals coming out tomorrow, and yeah, that's promising to be a shit show. But it's diverse, so that's all that matters, really.
So
Worth mentioning.
what's the Eternals? I've seen it being mentioned around, but I've never taken the time to look into it.
MCU
I don't
movie.
think any of us know, really. I think
No.
people that have seen it don't know.
Well, so I was actually going to say I was actually in a call with Az. We were watching a movie, having some fun, and soon after it, Fringy came back home, joined the call.
Moderating Sargon's Discord.
Yeah, moderating. Fringy comes back home. He'd seen the Eternals, and he was just down. Like me and Az were trying to talk about the movie. He was just like,
I
yeah.
don't want to talk about it, guys.
So anyway, it's really boring. That's terrible Australian accent. But...
He took like a couple of minutes trying to tell us what it was about, and we were just lost, completely. He was talking about celestials, obviously, and deviants
Eggs
and eggs and planets exploding, population count. We were just getting very, very confused. But yeah, I hear it's great. Absolutely, we're
It's
all
an
looking forward to
MCU
it.
film, is it?
Mhm.
It is, yeah. I mean, I just miss movies that was like a guy who built a suit of armor. And
Oh, I like that one. Yeah,
that was nice.
That was a fun one, that one, wasn't
That
it?
was
nice
a
and
fun one.
simple.
I think the original Iron Man was the first MCU movie I actually watched, and I really enjoyed it. What happened?
it was the first one.
Oh,
I think they peaked with Iron Man, really.
yeah, it
They
did,
should
didn't
have
it?
stopped with
That was-
Iron Man. They should have left it there.
Yeah, it's
That
like
was-
we've done our bit.
But that wasn't even Disney. That was pre-Disney purchasing them out as well. So that was, yeah,
that explains it.
We did see a very Disneyfication of movies when they bought the franchise.
What is going on with Disney? Because it looks, I mean, like, I don't follow this very closely, but it just looks like essentially the Empire from Star Wars at this point.
Are you familiar with Lovecraft's works?
Yes, very actually.
Well, that should give you everything you need to know about it.
that answers the question as well. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, what like is it? Can it be stopped? Like, is there anyone who won't sell out to Disney? Like, what's going on?
I think they were really riding high about 10 years ago. Well, even 5 years ago, really. They were just printing money. Like, the MCU was just churning out billion-dollar movie after billion-dollar movie, and they couldn't go wrong. Obviously, the theme parks were, you know, they're the kind of places where if you want like a can of Coke, it's going to cost you like $5. So, like, you know, they're making a shit zillion dollars every day as well.
I know all about that because I have to take my fucking kids there.
Yeah. Yeah, family lunch out in one of the Disney parks is not a pleasant experience.
No.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time when they announced that they were getting Star Wars that everyone was like, oh, neat. Disney got Star Wars. I'm sure they'll do great with it. There was a time. There was a time.
But yeah, like buying over Lucasfilm and taking over Star Wars was probably the worst decision they ever made, because although the first movie or two did it fantastic and made like $2 billion, you know, it's been downhill ever since then.
Yeah.
And, you know, then the coof hit and suddenly all the parks have shut down and they weren't able to make any more Marvel movies for quite a while, and they couldn't release anything in the cinemas.
And the world became a better place.
Yeah.
When you say coof, though, do you mean The Last Jedi?
Well,
The coof of movies.
just as harmful.
People had to see doctors after that, you know?
Yeah, and so now we're at the point. Damn, like it just feels like they've stumbled from one disaster to another, really. And the MCU, which used to be the biggest cinematic juggernaut in history, is producing shite. I don't even know how else to say it. Every movie they've produced in Phase 4 has just been garbage.
Yep.
It's got to be because they basically pumped out like 2 movies a year, right?
I think they've there's a bit of oversaturation, and I don't know if you guys are the same, but I'm just really bored with superhero movies. I think that's why I enjoyed Dune so much. It was just, hey, something that's not some wacky, you know, cape shit movie. You know, it's just something different and a bit more serious.
It is superheroes, but also just the MCU formula is so stale now. Holy fuck! Like, you know, the insistence that they have to have jokes, to the point, by the way, I'm assuming you guys saw reviews of Dune where it was like there was barely any jokes in this film. It's like,
yeah,
oh my God.
that is like, it's like someone who's been in a cult for the past 10 years just like emerging back into the real world, and it's like, wait, this is different from what I'm used to.
I don't have to be raped every night. This is incredible.
You mean I don't have to drink human blood?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense.
But yeah,
but I miss human blood.
I just felt all the beats just felt the same with the Marvel movies, regardless of what they are, and it just got so samey that it's just like.
Like, one of the things everyone's noticed, the third act is always insane, and Shang-Chi is a movie where it's like, how is the third act going to be insane? It's like dragons. You're like, what? Why? Dragons. What's happening now? We got dragons.
Yeah, and yeah, they you know, they started producing TV shows as well. And Sargon, I don't know if you've heard about things like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, anything like that. So basically, every one of these TV shows was designed to tackle a different social issue, pretty much. Right, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier was all about Black Lives Matter. What is it?
Nearly choked on my drink.
WandaVision was basically. Fuck would
my
you even call that?
my vibrator's broken.
Yeah, a woman in search of an orgasm. The moral lesson we took from that one is that it's okay to enslave an entire town and torture them every single day because you've got the sad.
Yeah, because you've got the sad. Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one was Loki, which was like we're going to take, right? You know that Loki character that's kind of cool.
But he's cool in a particular context, isn't he? That's the thing.
Yeah, he's a cool sort of intellectual villain. You know, he's a bit crafty. He's always got a plan. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna take him. We're gonna make him dumb as fuck, and we're gonna have a female Loki who's way better than he ever was, and she's gonna boss him around for the next 10 episodes.
Oh, finally. Is that the one where they put him like in a giant space bureaucracy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched like the first couple of episodes of that. And I was like, why would you take this unbelievably fun character and put him in an office doing paperwork?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do
That's
that?
a strange choice.
There was lots of little things in that show that were just really disrespectful. Like I don't know if you remember the Infinity Stones, which were like the most important thing in the MCU, like the most powerful objects in the whole universe.
And they just had dozens of them in a drawer. Right?
Yeah, they're just sitting in a drawer. They're like, yeah, we use them as paperweights. Isn't that funny?
And maybe you think like, oh, is there some grander point to this? They develop it. So it's like, well, it's just one joke, one-off joke for that moment, just to go, ha, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so really,
like
like
worth it.
their whole business model for the past year or so has been to take all the great things that they built up over the past 10 years and just take a dump on them.
What a business model.
Why
Yeah,
not?
and it, much to their surprise, people don't like it that much.
What?
Oh, we're crazy. This is toxic fans, you see.
I gotta say though, Loki was by far the most watched of all of those Marvel TV shows, and that's just thirsty women going after Tom Hiddleston.
I was about to say, I can't think of why other than that, really. I know that a lot of people thought WandaVision was boring in the first couple of episodes. I know that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was like, I don't know, less extravagant, much more grounded.
Well, when your heroes are wrong and your villains are right,
I know, right?
and your messaging is the heroes are right, then you're wrong.
Have you seen the reaction to the new Chucky film?
Oh God.
Because Chucky apparently supports, was it gender pronouns or something?
So they're trying to argue that he's actually a better person than the characters that he kills.
That I'm not even joking. That's exactly what Pink News did. They were like, "See, even Chucky the serial killing doll is an ally," and I'm like, "Well, fucking brilliant," you know.
Bring him on board then.
With allies like him. He needs enemies, really.
Michael Myers the ally. Yeah, that's really helping your cause there. You know?
I'll send you across. I'll send you across our fucking Discord. Check this out, Drinker.
That's what happened with Halloween Kills, right? Is he killed a gay person or something, and they got upset?
He killed a gay couple, so they were like outraged.
What happened with It Part 2 as well? He killed a gay person, which is like, Jesus Christ, how could you kill a gay person? You can kill the straights.
They're expendable, but that's, yeah.
Well, didn't Danny McBride, though, play one of the gays? So, Danny McBride's straight, so he killed the fake gays.
It's just a fake gay. Who cares, then?
I thought the message was that you had to hire the person that fit the bill now.
Yeah, good point. How could they have a fake gay on this?
The thing is, you might think they fit the bill, but they don't always. Like Ruby Rose, they hired her for Batwoman because she was gay. But then because she was like bi, because she's gender fluid, that means that she's not strictly gay all the time because she can bounce back and forward between the two. And they're like, whoa, not gay enough.
That's not authentic hyper gay, that's just partial gay.
Yeah,
uber gay.
If you're not super gay, then you can't do that job. And so, yeah. She got nothing but flack. She had to leave social media. Can you believe
when
it?
she left, and
I can actually totally believe that.
they all turned on Drusilla Leslie because they're like, we want Ruby Rose back.
I want Ruby Rose back. She's awful.
I want her to come back, but I don't think she will somehow.
I do now. Yeah. Now that the shit's hitting the fan, yeah, bring her back.
Even funnier to have her in it now. Yeah.
I had an interesting conversation with someone who was an extra on Batwoman. And I can't, I know they've got call sheets and stuff to prove that they were in it, but I can't vouch for the veracity of what they were saying. But I know there's been a lot of accusations gone around between Dougray Scott and Ruby Rose and Warner Brothers, with one person saying that the other person was to blame for everything that went wrong and vice versa. This person that I spoke to basically said, she was 100% to blame for all of this. They pretty much said she hated working more than 8 hours a day. She hated doing the night shoots. She hated wearing the bat costume. And she tried to get stuntmen to do basically all of those scenes for her. And she pretty much ranted at everyone, and she was a total asshole to work with. That's what they told me. I can't vouch for it.
Meanwhile, she's been saying the only reason she hasn't had support so far is NDAs.
Yeah. Because I asked them as well, what about Dougray Scott? What was he like? Is there any truth to the claims that he was an asshole? And they were like, no, he was perfectly fine. Like, he wasn't particularly friendly, but he was polite and professional, and he just basically seemed quite down most of the time. Like, he was basically knew he was working with shit material, and he was just trying to do his best.
That's not news. You can tell from his performance that that's
I know.
exactly
He's on the phone to his manager going, get me out of this fucking show.
I just feel so bad for him.
I already miss him because, like, when we were doing the season 2 recordings, every scene he's in, you'll be like, "Where's his drink? Come on, where's his?" And you pick up a drink, you're like, there it is. It'd be coffee or it would be alcohol because he just can't stand it.
Oh, they were Irish coffees, definitely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Sargon. I don't know if you've seen or heard much about Batwoman, the legend.
I have seen the memes and stuff going around, but I've not watched it because I don't hate myself.
I think
I detest myself. So
yeah, absolutely hates himself because you've been reviewing all of it, haven't you?
Well, I get like, and I know it's not huge, but I get like 50,000 people a week watching them, and it's just like
I want to know.
That's more than watches the actual show.
To not do it for them, So it's
no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I do it for the fans.
It's one of those things that genuinely baffles me, like how this has been able to keep going when more people watch your reviews of it than watch the actual show.
Well, you did a video on it at the end of last season, I think it was, or the beginning of this season, and it hit 1.5 million views the last time I saw, and the show had only got like 400,000 viewers. So over 4 times the amount of people watched your video than the show.
I know, this is me punching down. I'm gonna get hit by YouTube on this one.
I know, you were like, this is awful, Drinker.
Stop bullying Hollywood Drinker.
I know, I'm sorry.
You're being mean. You're sending off your fans after him.
Yeah, that's going to be a criminal offence soon, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
if you,
in the UK, yeah.
If you dogpile people on Twitter, that's
get jailed,
it. Like,
man, for 2 years.
How are they going to police that?
You are being jailed for punching down on Batwoman. No! You are to serve 18 months.
This is going to be your criminal record, Drinker.
Yeah.
Raped in prison for taking the piss out of Batwoman. This is not fair.
Bullying Hollywood on Twitter
on
gets
for this one. Like,
it's really not fair. Come on.
Oh, it's fucking mad, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, especially like a lot of the people who are going to do this are going to be in the States. Yeah, are the British police really going to like travel to America to prosecute them?
I mean, I'm utilizing my VPN at all opportunities.
Yeah. I can just imagine the State Department getting a phone call from, like, the Scottish police saying that, we need you to extradite this guy to us. For what crime? He was being mean to someone on Twitter.
It was mean to Batwoman. What?
Just breaks your house, though. They're like, are you HeelvsBabyface?
You
like,
heard?
no.
No.
I'm neurotic.
See? I'm Gary Beekler.
I just did nothing.
But like in other news, the warrant's been issued for Gary Bickler's arrest.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm a felon. That's me for 20 years now. Fuck. Sorry, Gary. You had to take one for the team.
It's incredible, though. You have all the assets to make a TV show. They had the people, the money, the set options and stuff, and all the freedom to write a script, but they just can't do it. And yet they keep getting more seasons.
Oh, that video is now on 1.9 million, by the way, Drink.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the one you put out a week ago is on 630K. So you're in trouble. You're going to get jailed, bitch. You're going to get jailed.
Yeah. I don't know if Ruby Rose is going to hate me or congratulate me for destroying the show that she left. Like,
well, yeah, she'd be like, "You're making fun of it now that I'm gone, right? Because it was good when I was there." And you're like,
"Yeah, it was rock solid, Ruby, while you were there."
Don't watch the ones when you were there. Oopsies.
Disregard that part. It's fine.
Oh well, Drink is more popular than Batwoman by
that's an achievement right there.
Of 5 at least.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like being the tallest dwarf or something,
I I still take pride in that we run the Batwoman sort of fan community with Jay Longbone, of course.
Yeah, I got to add Thrias Unlimited into that as well. He plugs away. God bless his soul.
Trying to get the show off its feet, but a lot of people just don't like it.
Yeah, I do think Us 4 is essentially it, though.
We're desperately trying to get a season 4. That's what we want.
I'm a little bit nervous, right? Because last season, after the 3rd episode, they announced season 3. We've now had 4 episodes, and there's been no announcement of season 4 yet.
You have to imagine it's delayed now. At least it has to be delayed in part because of all this fucking drama. So they're probably like, maybe now's not the time. But let's get sorted. I don't know.
I mean, you factor in all the legal fees, like that's the entire budget of the show that's going to be spent on that. So
I think Belante's lawyers, though, I think are going after Ruby by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
So that'll be Belante Productions as opposed to anything.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I can't remember, was I talking to you as about this or not? But the rumor that we haven't gotten the No Way Home trailer yet because they're deciding whether or not they want to use Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield for marketing when it seems like the best fucking choice you could make.
Yeah, and, well, I don't know if I should say this. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh my. You've seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Have you seen the one with them in it?
Yeah, they're in it. They're in it at the end. They come jumping over.
Oh, wait.
Like Tom Holland gets knocked back in his Spider-Man outfit on the freeway, and there's a bunch of cars, and then he does the where you put your hand on the ground and do the hero pose to pull yourself back, and then the two guys, Toby and Andrew, flip over in their Spider-Man.
I've seen that on Twitter, and I've been seeing people say it's fake. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, from what I've heard is they're deciding whether or not they want to do that. Maybe it's because if they use them to market, are they worried that they'll take it away from Tom Holland or something? Because
nah, it's $1 billion. That's going to be. Look, this is potentially Tom's last movie anyway. So
well, he's got Uncharted to keep him going, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just started Uncharted. Yeah, if that franchise takes off.
I don't think it will.
Judging by the trailer, I wouldn't put your fucking hat on it.
Why do people keep watching these fucking movies?
Which one are you talking about? All of the ones we just mentioned?
Yeah, just all these movies and series that are just obvious bollocks. Why do people watch them?
Sargon, there is no Army of Darkness being released anymore, okay? We can't go to that.
Right.
For people in chat, we all watched Army of Darkness last night, and we just had a whale of a time. It was just so much more fun than pretty much any movie that Marvel or anyone else produced today.
Yeah,
genuinely a bygone era,
where everyone's congratulating him when he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself."
Yeah, he just goes, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Yeah.
And the thing
fucking
is,
amazing jokes in that movie, like when the guy draws his sword out of the guy who's kneeling, kicks him, and then he just slowly gets back up. Okay,
but the thing is, if someone said to me, "Hey, do you want to watch this new movie that's come out, or do you want to watch Army of Darkness again?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's watch Army of Darkness, man.
Yeah,
groovy."
Yeah,
groovy. I can't get it. Why do people put themselves through it? And I've got friends who are like normie friends, and they'll explain something new to me. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't sound very good. And they're like, well, it was okay. It was okay. It's like, look, you're lying to yourself, and you fucking know it. Why are you doing this? Why? What's in it?
I think in the past,
here and there, like Dune, for example, right?
Yeah,
Dune was great, man.
Right, yeah, okay. I think there is still occasional good things being produced. Like Squid Game was really good fun. That.
You see the Good Game, Sargon?
I haven't. I've heard very much about it. Obviously, I
really recommend it. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Yeah. I've heard loads of good stuff on it. I will watch it. It's just finding time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely will watch it because, like I said, I've heard very good things.
What is more entertaining almost is the ridiculously shit takes that the media have had about it.
Yeah.
Trying to basically project all of their hang-ups onto this show. It's gonna cause schoolyard murders or bullying or whatever. It's
where have I heard that before?
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Oh no. Devil music.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, it's Marilyn Manson.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
Elvis.
I read an article today from some absolute brainlet who was saying like it's a critique of the meritocracy. Because meritocracies are secretly evil. It's like, what?
Oh.
Because like some people do better than others. Like, fucking kidding. That's how they work.
That's what's good
Jesus
about it.
Christ.
I always feel like
Have these
the
people
analysis
ever heard of
lacking.
natural selection?
I feel like the analysis is lacking for people who say stuff like that in regards to lost the character storylines in that show, where some of them have like done everything they can to fuck their own lives up. Like basically, because they keep making horrendous decisions. The idea that it's the system exclusively, I feel like that's just completely shallow in terms of what the show's going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
But don't you know, like people should be shepherded through every step of their lives, and like they
wasn't-
shouldn't be allowed
wasn't
to fail
Song
at anything.
Songwoo's fault that he made, bet after bet after bet after bet after bet. That was the system.
That was the system.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
I love the term "the system" as well. It's like, it's just the system. Ooh, it's all around us. It's everywhere.
system's gonna get ya.
fucking hell, yeah.
Surrounds us, penetrates us.
Yeah. It's literally just like saying God did it. It really is.
Oh no, Kang did it. Didn't you know?
No,
Yeah.
let's not explain Kang to Sargon.
Yeah, that's an entire stream all to itself.
It comes up like once every time any subject to do with the MCU comes up. It's just this permanent fucking stain on storytelling. It's like, thank you for doing that, Loki writers. No other writers in the Marvel series are going to take you seriously. They're not going to include Kang. Fuck that.
For you, Sargon, the short version is like in Loki. They've basically set up a premise that everything that's happened up until this point, every decision, every character sacrifice, all of it only happened because one dude in an office decided it had to be that way.
A literal cosmic clown decided that everything happens the way that it does. They just said that casually. It's like, thanks. Nobody ever made any decisions. The
Why
cosmic
would I
clown
get
said.
invested in your fucking property if you're going to disrespect it, Marvel?
You know when Iron Man fought his way out of the cave? That was the cosmic cloud that said he should do that.
Why do they think anyone should be invested in what they're doing?
It's unreal. You watch it and you're just like, do you not know what you just did? And they're just like laughing and having fun. You're just like, yeah, all right, you're having fun. That's what's important.
Yeah, I mean, you literally ruined everything about this for me in one line. What now?
I think up until a point, up until the Infinity War and Endgame, like there was something to get invested in because it really felt like there was stakes involved. There was a big overarching story that was all, every movie was driving that storyline forward, and that was the secret of their success because every movie gave you a little piece of the puzzle.
Oh yeah.
Another little thing that was going to tell you what was going to happen next.
You had to wait till the end of the credits to see what the Easter egg for the next film was.
Yeah, and it was literally just, as Jay from Red Letter Media said, you just consume this product and get excited for the next product. That was their entire strategy, and it worked flawlessly for 10 years. The problem is they've now ended that product. They've brought that big storyline to an end, and now they're just floundering, trying to think of something else to do. And every
it's not
movie
just that they brought the story plus the majority of the characters to an end.
Yeah, I mean, the through line from 2008 seems to be over with Endgame. It feels like it ends. It's like a bookend. And it's like, what else you got? And it's like, we got fucking Shang-Chi. And it's like, ugh, what else you got? And it's like, the Eternals?
Yeah.
But the Eternals sounds even more... Sorry, go on, Sargon.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I can respect a franchise that has the balls to end something with like character deaths and stuff like that, where it's a conclusive ending, it feels satisfying, and then, you can wrap up and do something else rather than continually trying to milk the dead cow.
Yeah. The problem is the cow's just alive enough that they can squeeze a bit more money out of it. That's why they're still going for it, but it's on life support. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like something out of Seven or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, with Michael Keaton's Batman coming back, with obviously Ben Affleck's Batman coming back, not in the MCU, don't worry about it. The amount of things you have to explain. And then with obviously all the Raimi stuff and even the TASM stuff coming back, it's like, how long before they're like, okay, Robert, we really need you to come back in the MCU, okay? Like, please.
Yeah.
Well, there's a rumor that he's going to voice the suit for
Riri Williams.
Ironheart, yeah.
That's just got death
So
written
that
all
can
over
tell
it.
him how bad he was at being Iron Man, yeah.
Who's in the comics origin is, I want to my teacher told me that I could be anything that I wanted to be, and that got me mad because she didn't discriminate. So when I forced my teacher to say, you'll never be as good as Tony Stark, that's her origin story. Right. Now I'm going to be better than Tony Stark. That's a villain's.
Well, hey, remember the last time?
Yeah.
Remember the last time we had someone start up because they wanted to be better than Batman? We were like, I'm gonna be better than him. Good old Batwoman. Then she killed someone, like, and then she like let people go all the time, like Alice, mass murdering fucking psychopath. Like, I can't wait to see how much better Riri Williams will be.
But what
She
a
will be
weirdly negative
flawless.
set of characters, right? Like all of these, like, well, I'm just envious of X and therefore I'm going to Y. It's like, I don't care about that. I don't care about your envy over that person. You know, do something interesting.
What I hate with, and I guess this is a natural result of comic books running for so long, is that like someone else will take up the mantle of a superhero. So like say there was like a guy who played Nightwing or something like that. Like he gets killed or he retires and then someone else takes on that role. But it's like they want to transplant all the attachment that you had to that original character onto this new one. But it's not the same person. And
without earning it.
Exactly, yeah. And what MauLer is describing there, a new Iron Man, basically. They want to take all the coolness of Tony Stark and just transplant it onto someone who's new, who didn't earn it, who didn't invent any of this stuff themselves, and who's just portrayed as better than him because they're smarter or whatever, and expect you to like them just as much. It doesn't work like that. That's not how you bond with characters.
No,
I
they
literally don't know your new character and I don't give a fuck about them. Now what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they
But
don't
you're
understand the
supposed to-
investment that you've had in that character.
Well, and then you
exactly,
get the thing that's happening with Eternals already. It's like, oh, it's getting poor reviews, and it's the first movie to have this many diverse characters. Like, what a coincidence! You're like, what? No,
Yeah.
When in doubt,
No,
you're a
that's
fucking
exactly
racist.
why I'm not watching it. Yeah, I am watching it because I am a racist.
I think the best response I've ever seen to that was someone who just went, or maybe, just maybe, it's shit.
You remember as well, because we were talking about like these weird bits of projection they have, but like Dune, one of the first sets of reviews I saw was like a white savior.
White savior, white savior, white savior, white savior. Yeah, that's all I've heard from critics about Dune.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it's
racist. So we can't have a hero if they're white. Like,
superb
And that's
journalism.
why I love it. That is why I absolutely love it.
That's the only reason I enjoy the film is he's white.
Yeah.
It's because he's a white savior. Yes. At last.
The white
Again,
man do it again.
The people with that take obviously know nothing about where the books go and what actually happens to Paul as a character.
Yeah.
He is not a savior in the slightest. But
No,
like
they
they just
haven't
have
saved
that.
by the Fremen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then like not to spoil it or anything, but I'm just gonna spoil it anyway because I've had a few of my drinks. He becomes the Messiah that was prophesized. He takes control of the planet and he becomes the Emperor. But he's got human flaws, and he ends up, turning against the people that got him to where he was, and he becomes just like an outcast in the desert. You know, he's very much a human, and I guess the premise of the whole thing is like it doesn't matter how powerful a person becomes, they're still limited by human frailties.
Sure.
And it's a warning against having too much power and too much expectation put on you. But they don't understand any of that because they never bothered to do their research and they're dumb as fuck.
And that's the whole reason why the Emperor started the war, essentially, between the two houses, because the Emperor was
jealous and he's frightened of people coming up
jealous
to
and
supplant
frightened
him.
of House Atreides getting too powerful.
Yeah, and that's the great contradiction of the world of Dune is that it's 10, 20,000 years in the future. We've developed this incredible technology that allows us to colonize the entire galaxy, but we're still human. We still suffer from paranoia and greed and envy and all of those human emotions. That's the interesting thing about it.
So
you're selling it really well here compared to literally anything else.
Dune doesn't need to be sold. Look at it; its reputation.
But I've seen it twice. I watched it the other night as well, and
I just meant that it's foundational sci-fi fiction, right? Like it's
just so
what
good, though.
sci-fi.
It's so well done.
Yeah, it's what sci-fi does at its best. It's smart. It creates interesting observations about human nature. It does it in a different context because you take it to some future world that doesn't really bear too much relation to ours. Great, that's what you should be doing with sci-fi. More so that than something like the new Star Trek, where you've just got a bunch of people running around screaming at each other while things blow up, and people crying and talking about their feelings in hallways. Like,
hey, but this season of Picard, they're going back to the 21st century LA, where Trump's turned the whole world into fascistic. Oh, fuck off.
Where production values are cheap because we're not doing it on crazy sets. We're just going to shoot in LA.
We're just
and all the characters will just be in street clothes. Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, is this something you're across Sargon at all? I feel like with every new topic, I have to be like, does Sargon know what this is?
No. What was it? Sorry.
So Picard. It's.
I haven't watched it.
Okay, you're probably better off without it
because I don't hate myself yet.
Yeah. I hated myself just enough to watch the first season.
Did I watch a bit of it? I might have watched a bit of it, actually. I can't remember offhand, but I'm not really. I just kind of hate what they've done with everything these days. Like, I can't.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, right. I guess that's why I'm here. Like, I can't think of anything that has any particularly redeeming features that I've seen. And it's not that I don't like movies. I do like movies. It's just that I guess I was spoiled because I grew up in a time when movies weren't universally shit. And so, I've got standards. And I think that, like, calling people names when they don't like your movie is not an acceptable excuse for why your movie fucking sucks. So, I just can't bring myself to watch any crap anymore.
Yeah.
Just what a Nazi would say.
Yeah, like a fucking Nazi. No, I mean it though. Everything's really quite shit, and I think that's why there's such a large critical commentary community on YouTube. Frankly, I think everyone can fucking see it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So we've got plenty of content at this point to be able to rip apart. That's just how it is.
Kind of ideologically based entertainment. It's not entertainment.
Yeah.
And this is the thing as well. Like, I think, MauLer, you and I probably get tarred with the same brush in that, they're just negative about everything new that gets made. No, I'm sure it's the same for you. Like, nothing would give me more pleasure than to just go into the cinema, watch a fantastic movie, and just be able to sing its praises. Yep,
you praise way more than I do. So I was gonna say, though, I praise The Father. I thought that film was fucking great.
Yeah,
that's new.
And even if you don't get as many views from it, because I know, like, when you slate a movie, you get way more attention than if you're praising something. That's just human nature. But yeah, it would just be nicer from our point of view to be able to praise great stuff. It's so rare nowadays. It's like looking for it's like looking for a little bar of gold in a swamp. Like, it's just impossible.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous, honestly. It shouldn't be this way, because I thought that, like, every year that passes is like, well, that was the worst one. It's like, no, that was the worst one. No, and then every franchise, they remind you of which ones haven't been destroyed yet, and you're like, oh no, Back to the Future is the one I'm really worried about.
Oh, they're gonna get it. They'll get it eventually.
Well, yeah. For me, what about this new Lord of the Rings?
Oh god!
Wow.
So, come on,
run while you can.
It doesn't matter if it's good or not, Sargon, as long as it's got diverse hobbits.
As long as it's progressive. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trans Gondorians.
Oh my god!
It's when I heard reports that they had an intimacy coach on to help with the sex scenes, I just thought, fuck you, this is Lord of the Rings being ass raped in front of my eyes. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because I'm just sat here thinking, right, okay, of all the properties to resist wokeness, Lord of the Rings has got to be the last bastion, right? Because the whole thing, there's nothing about it that's interchangeable. Everything's there for a reason, it has a particular sort of history and a long history, as a purpose, as relationships to everything else. So you can't just be like, right, the hobbits are all giant black people now, because that's not what a hobbit is, and it would upset everything about the story. And so you would thought and nothing's interchangeable. Nothing is interchangeable. Everything is named. It's heroes in a story. And so there's never going to be another Boromir, never going to be another Aragorn, And so you would think that this would make it essentially impervious to the sort of universalization that the wokeists do. And yet here we are, getting a woke Lord of the Rings. Okay.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know if you've heard about this. Like, Gary did a great video about this, talking about the sort of Lord of the Rings convention that they have, like once a year. It's like scholarly articles that are written about Lord of the Rings, like discussing the themes and ideas of it and stuff. And now it used to be like the sort of military tactics of Rohan or whatever. Now it's
The
like
queering of Hobbiton.
it's like the
the
trans
transgender
representation in Gondor. Like what? Anyone who comes to me, like if I was in charge of this and they came to me and said, "Right, I want to write a thesis on this," I would say, "Cool, okay, security, get this person out of here right now. Don't ever let them back in. This person is a moron." This is just insanity. But these are the people who get into everything, and they bring all of this nonsense with them.
They do. And the thing is, I don't think there's any end to it either, because they literally get paid to do this. This is their job, to sit around and talk about how actually Sam and Frodo are shoving up each other's asses. And so, fucking hell.
I knew it.
Like, that's their job. That's their life's work, is to prove to everyone that actually Sam was a bottom, a power bottom,
This is the thing though, right? Is it their job? Like, do they do this as a grift almost? Or do they do it because they just literally can't see anything else but this? Like, it's all they care about in life.
Well, when I say they do it as their job, I mean literally they're professors in universities who get paid to write about this shit, right? So, they're doing like woke English literature degrees about, the gay relationship between Aragorn and Boromir or whatever it is next. But why are they doing it? That's a really good question, because it's like there's an element to all of this that feels like debauchery, as in they see something that's kind of sacred and holy and sanctified and has definitive purity to it, right? There's a kind of purity to the story, and they're like, right, great, let's talk about something sexual. Let's drag this down and make this gross and inappropriate for children. Make it all perverse, and now go and enjoy. You're gonna watch my Lord of the Rings, where so and so's getting railed over the fires of Mount Doom, and it's like, oh fuck's sake, I just don't want that. Like, I'm not a prude.
I think you're right, and like there was a kind of wholesomeness to the story of Lord of the Rings, because romantic relationships were definitely addressed in it, but like they didn't, like Tolkien didn't feel the need to go into like actually writing sex scenes. It wasn't needed because it wasn't important to the story.
No,
it was how it informed characters' decisions that was important, and like you say, there's a kind of purity to that. It's just a nice story for the most part. It's a story that deals with very human ideas, of sacrifice and love and brotherhood and all those things.
Heroism, doing something like Sam carrying Frodo up the mountain when Frodo can't, and Frodo gets a bad rap because, like, well, he doesn't get the mountain. And I've said this before myself, but if you think about what he's carrying, it's like, the fact that he got this far is pretty impressive. And so, like, there's a genuine, like, purity of, like, the relationship between Sam and Frodo there. It's a brotherhood, right? They care about each other on a platonic way, in like brothers love each other. And, Frodo's, down, he can't climb up, and Sam's like, right, this has to be done. I'm going to do it. And he does it. And they're like, right, okay, now how can we make that gross? How can we debauch this? How can we defile this relationship and actually make it sexual and sordid and something that you wouldn't be proud to show your children? How can we do that? It's like, no, I'm not.
They do it by actually cutting away things like brotherhood, things like friendship, things like bonding. They take away, the non-sexual aspect of relationship building between same sexes, and they say, right, you can either be fucking or hate each other. Essentially, they just get rid of everything in between, and so you can't have a platonic, you can't have a brotherhood, you can't have a fraternal relationship with somebody anymore. That's got to be sexual. They got to be inside. They must be thinking, let's fucking butt sex. That whole nature of that thought process. If anyone has that thought process, you should be like, get off my fucking project. You're so fucking broken. Go away.
I've been thinking about this a lot, right? And I think it's something to do with the concept of an oath, right? So an oath is something that two people or more take at a single point, and that point creates a state of affairs, right? And so, like the Fellowship of the Ring, when they all pledge to take the ring to Mount Doom, they create a state of affairs, and they call it the Fellowship of the Ring. It's got a name. It's a you've got named individuals involved in it, and it's a kind of form of relationship that bonds them all together over time and over space. And so, like when the hobbits get dragged off into the woods or whatever, and Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas are running, they're still part of the same fellowship. They're still they're still related. They're still working towards the same goal. They're still on the same team, even if they're not directly together. And this lasts over time until the very end of the film, where they all reunite and they've all won, and it's emotionally satisfying because you become invested in this sort of construct that is the fellowship itself, right? And that all begins with the oath. And while they're not breaking that oath, you've got this construct that is inviolate, right? It's sacred. It's the sanctity there, and I think that is what they're looking at and thinking. Right, we've got to get rid of this. We have to violate this oath in some way. Yeah,
and it's like what better way to undermine it than just through that? Like just like you say, it's kind of debauchery.
Yeah.
Speaking of debauchery, actually, I've got Gundam here.
Hey.
Let's bring this man in. Holy shit!
love
It's a
the
Gundam.
So we
That
were
was
talking about
probably the
debauching
best
things,
introduction
Gundam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you
got
for
you
joining
up,
us for this stream, man. This is the first time you've been on one of my live streams, and it's a pleasure to have you on, mate. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. I've seen your meteoric rise to the top, and I knew the power of an accent.
Yeah.
It's like he's got that first Bond vibe going, so no matter what he says, people will love it. Drunkard could go, I'd like to kick Susan in the face and throw her down some stairs. Go away now. And everybody's like, oh my God, I love it.
Sometimes you have to show them who's boss, Gundam.
See? The only thing I get to be is the annoying cab driver.
What do you mean you want to go downtown? Yeah,
Let me tell you what grinds my gears.
Let me tell you about the Chinese. You're like, okay, turn off this channel.
No, man. Honestly, I've been watching your videos for ages. Like your breakdown of the Dave Chappelle stuff was just brilliant, and it's just it's been good fun, man.
I hate how things are because making videos is the shittiest thing you can do now as a YouTuber. Because I sit there and I edit things for hours on end. Like, how can I be funny and unoffensive? It's counterproductive. It's like going, how can I cure cancer without medicine? But I'm dealing with fucking YouTube.
Laughter, that's the way.
Laughter.
Laughter.
The unoffensive laughter that only Lily Singh can provide.
Oh. You mean canned laughter?
Yeah.
We have Sargon on. He's like, I can't watch any media that all sucks. We have Gundam on. I can't fuck. Everything sucks.
But it's true.
This is just a really big coping session right now.
Surrounded by alcohol. We're like, this is fun times, everyone. Fun on the bud.
Just imagine
Alcohol
if
keeps us going, buddy.
yeah, imagine if YouTube had been around in the 90s, right?
Oh
Imagine
my
what a
God.
fun
Oh
time
my
we would have
God.
had.
What a
Holy
wet dream.
shit.
To be fair, though, back in like 2014, 2015, YouTube was kind of like that, right? Because they didn't censor or control anything. They didn't have any kind of fucking policies. And it was just like, right, okay, put whatever the fuck you like up. And the other day, seriously, the other day, someone, I got, when you get the email, someone's left a comment on this video. And it was a video from like 6 years ago that somehow the YouTube algorithm had missed. And I'm not even going to tell you the title of this video.
Smart
because
move.
it'll probably get this stream demonetized or taken down. But I saw this email come through. And I was like, fucking hell, what are all these gamer words? And it was like, yeah. So someone's left a comment on this video. I was like, right, I think I might go take that down. So I went and deleted the video because I was like, right, I gotta get rid of that. Don't know how that's
Keep
still
going
there.
good.
You don't want to
Until
have a
that
Matt
day.
Jarbo situation with Polly the polar bear.
Oh,
No,
God.
in all fairness, though, if this was YouTube back in the 1990s, then YouTube themselves would have their own categories of hate the Jews, go here. Hate the gays, go to this. There'd be
Well, it
those
wasn't-
categories.
It wasn't anything like that. It was just like, using offensive words for the fun of using offensive words, But
They were just words in the 90s.
they were. They were just words. And now they're much more than that, aren't they? Fucking hell.
Yeah, words or violence or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Words are violence and silence is violence, so we're fucked.
But punching people is actually political activism.
That's not violent.
Depends.
Yeah, that's not violence.
If you punch someone and you have pink hair, it's cool.
So Gundam, right? I've been waiting years to ask you this question. Right?
Hit me.
What is the final solution to the thought problem?
Final
There
solution.
is no
Wow.
final solution. All right, speaking of funny,
Wow.
Well,
Sargon,
only
you had to go there, didn't you?
I
I
did.
remember when
How
YouTube
to
allowed
say you're a
me.
Nazi without saying you're a Nazi?
What? No, what I'm saying is I'm a Muslim.
I remember when YouTube allowed me to use Hitler's Mein Kampf as a title for a video, where it's like my avatar painted over Hitler, and it was my struggle against the thoughts. Things
Seriously,
went too
what-
far.
what-
When
what-
I pulled out the death to all Jews, that's when we lost it.
Oh yeah, but that was so funny. It was so funny. Like, but seriously, what's going on with women, Gundam? Seriously, because I'm married.
That
I
guy
don't
is
have
loading
to.
the gun and handing it to me.
I am, yeah. And all you have to do is just point it at your temple and tell me what
Pull
the
the
deal is.
trigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretend you're Alec. That's what.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
isn't
Like-
OnlyFans like literally ruining women for men?
Okay, let's be real here. Goodbye, cynical drunk. It's over now. It's social media.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cancel my channel.
Get ready to delete this. It's social media.
Yeah.
Before, the thought was limited to her local area of, manipulating simps. It was a better time in the 90s. Back in the day, you could hook up with a girl who could be on Playboy. I know I've done it countless times before, contrary to popular belief. There was a time you could go to an ice cream shop and pick up a hot chick. Those days are done. Now those hot girls don't have to work. They literally count down the days till they turn 18 on fucking Twitter and then launch their OnlyFans like the New Year's Eve bash. And I'm supposed to sit here and be excited and shit. Now with social media, it's like the laziest attractive woman can get rich from the privacy of her own home. You got to give it to Pam Anderson. At least the bitch went to a football game and got noticed. Now you don't even need to do that. It's criminally bad. And the fact that OnlyFans is now like acceptable, it's
Yeah.
weird. But the
Yeah.
market's getting saturated. So
I mean-
now we're dealing with women all fighting like Bitcoin miners to make money off of OnlyFans. And goddamn news outlets are telling me that women need more support on OnlyFans. And if you dare say, I don't know, get a job, like saying it to DSP, you're a fucking piece of shit incel. The problem is, I don't know, and there's no final solution. It's death.
Oh,
When you die, more power to the women.
This is
Thank
something
you.
I've
I've wanted to ask that for such a long time.
This is something I've never understood, right? The guys who make donations on stuff like that. And I shouldn't be saying this, right? Because effectively we're doing this
Go for
stream
it.
here and people are giving me super chats, but like I'm
Glad
not
you
going to
did,
take my
you're
clothes
very
off.
handsome man.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think they're expecting you to suck them off, though. Because that's what these OnlyFans simps are fucking expecting. They think I can buy my way
they
into that
create it
woman's
in their head.
affections. Yeah, they think they can buy their way into that woman's affections. I saw one the other day that I posted on like Gab or something, where this guy had sent like 2 bitcoins, like
Gundam.
$100,000 to this
God.
one girl, and he
Why
was
do
like,
you
"Oh,
remind me?
yeah, was that an impressive donation?" She's like, "Oh yeah, that's a very sexy donation." And he's like, "Can I get feet pics?" And she's like, "No." It's like, just give her $100,000. You buy a fucking house.
All right,
Fuck
hold
me.
on. I actually posted this on my Twitter timeline because I found it this disgusting. Okay,
Not even-
so
not
one of
even
my
2
followers
pics,
just sent me
100,000.
2 bitcoins to help me start my trading journey. And I might cry, someone please pinch me. The dude who sent her the money goes, I sent a girl 2 bitcoins to start her trading journey, and she has the audacity to call me just one of her followers. I'm down bad. Oh, I'm down horrendously.
Honestly, I love everything about that, right? Because that's so perfect.
And run.
It's literally like, and she has the audacity to call me one of her followers. It's like, that's what you fucking are. You fucking idiot. You are not her friend. She doesn't know you. She doesn't care about you. You are just a dispensing machine. You are just one of her followers. Don't think you can buy your way into their affections. It will never work.
Never.
It's
So anyway,
it's bizarre. If if female company is what you want and that you've got cash, like it's not that hard to do in the real world, and it costs you a lot less. Like,
it's a parasocial relationship, though.
yeah, it's bizarre. It's like a cult of personality almost. It's like if Joseph Stalin was a hot young woman in her 20s.
Oh, it would have been so different for Joseph Stalin. Our brave and fearless leader is sending women and children to the front lines. God bless her.
Yeah.
At least it shows there's a huge industry already for robo girlfriends. Like, they're just all ready to go, and it'll cost them a lot less in the long run.
I would think a robot girlfriend would be under $100,000. So that's two Bitcoin.
If they produced robot girlfriends that could do what we wanted, the fucking human race would be extinct in a generation.
And when that happens, well, we made our bed.
No
No
regrets whatsoever. No regrets. Je ne regrette rien.
Women most affected, because it'll be true.
Yeah.
The great economic collapse of the sex industry brought on by those damn patriarchal robot women.
Destroyed everything, yeah.
I feel like the Terminators.
Yeah, you just know like the robots will get accused of like internalized misogyny.
Hello,
we need to
can
make
I
the
make you a
robot
sandwich? I fucking love you.
Thank you, robot girl. You sound like ass.
So what do you think the response is going to be if, like, some enterprising Japanese company does happen to create, like, nuclear powered sustainable robot girlfriends? Like, what's going to happen?
And
Yeah,
just
human race,
he's going to
gone,
get them and reprogram them to kill other robot girlfriends, and it'll be like the plot for the next Terminator movie.
Sorry, who's going to reprogram them?
Anita Sarkeesian.
It wasn't that an episode though. The Outer Limits. Did you see? You remember there was something like that. They had
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
that
There
robot.
was a
woman.
Fembot in the Outer Limits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she got mad at like the human girlfriend who was muscling in and tried to kill her and shit.
But it's going to be like that in reverse, right? It's going to be the human women, like,
Yes.
looking at the robot girlfriends and being like, right, these have got to die.
Yeah, they're just gonna melt them with their nuclear eyes.
Well, I think it is going to be like Terminator, like an army of thoughts going up against like an army of sex robots.
Karens.
Yeah, and like who's going to win? I don't know.
It's going to be the War of Dave and Buster's.
That's gonna be World War III. There's gonna be an army of Japanese sex dolls
Everyone's
versus Karen.
And while
battling
we're
for that
trying to
samurai.
fight for our sex dolls, China takes over Taiwan. It'll be a dark timeline.
What do you mean? It already belongs to China, Gundam. What are you saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to get worse.
Everything's getting worse, man.
What a time to be alive.
the theme of the stream, everyone.
But
Yeah,
does everyone
everything's
have that?
getting worse.
Does everyone get that
We should
feeling?
have just called this despair stream or something. Like this. We're all screwed.
Hey, we're talking about Japanese sex dolls. I'm all in here right
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
But I'm not the only one who gets that feeling, right? It's like there is a palpable and noticeable decline.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Like it's not just me, right? Because a lot of the time you just think, well, this is just nostalgia. This is just you being pessimistic or something. But I'm looking at things and going, no, I really think things are getting worse.
You could
I
taste
no,
it in
I
the air.
agree, because if it, let's say, because we're all kicking on a little bit, well, apart from a couple of us, but if let's say the youth of today was embracing what was happening now, and things were legit, like shows and entertainment and all this kind of stuff was legitimately doing the really well, then I could say, okay, maybe I'm getting old, maybe I'm getting out of touch. But no, it's not that. Marvel's going down in the shitter. Comedy's dead virtually now.
No, they're
Yeah, 'cause
trying
we've
to
got-
kill comedy.
Yeah, because we've got,
Yeah.
fucking idiots like Hannah Gatsby just doing her
I
political
tell you,
comedy.
man.
Political comedy.
Dave Chappelle is making his last stand.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a glorious
It's a hill
one,
to
but
die
it's
on.
going
It's
to
a
be his
hill to
last
die on.
stand.
But notice his entire fucking special, The Closer, right? The entire thing was actually just a political diatribe. Every single point he makes is an anti-SJW point from like 2016. Like it's just a long form YouTube video couched in jokes. And it's just like, I was watching it the other day, just like, this is wild. Everything he's saying is a political response to left-wing activists. And it's like, really, is this what comedy is now? This is all comedy is. It's just like saying, listen, you woke pricks, you're idiots, Like, it's
Have
wild.
you seen a Hannah Gatsby?
He
Have you
came in and
seen
stole my
her
shit.
comedy?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm annoyed about Gundam. Basically, I'm going to sue him. If you want to do a shared class action, let's do this. But she's not funny at all.
No.
But then, like, him and Joe Rogan go on a tour, and like I didn't see. There's no video of it, but like I saw like transcripts, and it's essentially them doing YouTube comedy videos from 5 years ago, and I'm just like, fucking hell, like, is there nothing else?
No.
I thought it was funny.
Welcome to the resistance.
Well, it's funny, but it's just like,
Some of the way, because like he's creative with some of the jokes. Just like I love the whole like thought it was a guy, put his like fists up, shoulders broad. Saw it was a girl prepared to slap. Like it's just the way you approach the fight.
She squared up.
Yeah, well, yeah. But it's just that everything is like either you're woke or you're the enemy, and it's like fucking hell.
Exactly.
There's no shades of grey.
No,
They're
but it's
all
everywhere.
gone.
You know,
It's just
everywhere.
tribalism. It's just tribalism. Even when it comes to ice cream, just like, I could have some pistachio ice cream. What's wrong with strawberry? Huh? What are you going to get strawberry? No, I just want pistachio.
I love the idea.
Trans? What? I just wanted pistachio ice cream.
I just love the idea of like Generation Z, you know, like as 40-year-olds going, oh God, I miss Batwoman. And I miss Hannah Gadsby. Like back when entertainment was good and comedy was funny.
Well, instantly, actually,
world will they live in?
Well, they are legit going to live in a nightmare world because I actually did some research into this for a video the other day, and Generation Z basically have been totally shafted by the millennials because you know everything the millennials say about like anything. Well, Generation Z never had like a counterpoint to that really because obviously all the counterpoints got censored, and so basically they are like mercenaries living in cyberspace. They don't like have friends. They've got this terrible epidemic of loneliness and despair, and their mental health is a number one issue because they're sad and alone. And I'm like, fuck me, man. When I was 14, I was trying to get my girlfriend to let me squeeze her tits, and these kids are like, God, I'm yeah, exactly right. And these kids are just desperately trying not to actually kill themselves, and it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It sounds like my high school experience, except they didn't get beaten up by black dudes. They built characters. Stop complaining, you little fruits.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually on board with bringing it back. Just
It's just man, like it pisses me off because it makes me feel like God, I'm just an old man like ranting at a cloud.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you kind of take. If we go from the ballpark of like the entertainment industry, movies, TV shows, that sort of thing, like you can see the palpable decline in quality from about 2015 onwards. And it's not just us. It's you can go to any person who's like savvy about movies, and they'll tell you the same thing, and they'll probably give similar reasons for why it's happened. And it makes me question just where the hell it's going to go. What's the end point of all this?
I would say it's a decline in everything: music, movies, video games. And I think that's why you have such a meteoric rise. You're capable of articulating what everybody is feeling in a way that's digestible, yet still funny. That's why everybody's looking for this. Everybody wants an answer. But the weird thing, it's like Hollywood in the entertainment media is tone deaf unless you're wearing a dress and you have like chest hair.
But Sargon already gave us the answer. Squeeze them titties. That's going to be it. It's going to be how we get out of this.
Well, getting those titties is harder now, MauLer. They're on OnlyFans, and I have to pay a goddamn fee just to see them.
Referring to Robo titties, so
the Robo titties could be another 100 years off. We're going to be dead.
And I gave all my bitcoins to some OnlyFans thoughts.
Oh no, you
don't have my down payment money.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone wants to send me two bitcoins
back
to start my profile,
I will literally send you a picture of my feet if you send me 2 bitcoins.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
I'm not going to be like
that
bitch who wasn't even like going to give up the foot pics.
I'll put out.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, for 2 bitcoins, that'll keep Tatiana going for a good 6 months.
I'll put out for you. I'll show some nip. I'll get some nip out.
When I was a kid and I was bored and confused, I would call the escort hotlines and make prank calls. That's what you did for fun back then. Now the kids get sexually confused and call themselves pizza pronouns. The real
Another-
one was trying to avoid a pimp finding you and killing you. That was my childhood.
Yeah, dude, the shit you get up to for fun in like the 90s, or well, everyone's childhood eras are different here, but man, like these days, it's practically just illegal, immoral.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh man,
Everything's illegal now.
Yeah. It makes me think as well, like, you know, you think about all this stupid shit that you said and did back in the 90s, like when you were a little kid.
Oh yeah.
No one's ever going to know about that, really. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
you can quietly murder all the people that were witnesses to it, and like, you know, it'll fade into history. But like now, it's all online. You know, think about how many kids who are dumb as fuck and they'll just say edgy stuff on social media, and then they go to apply for a job 10 years later, and their employers are going to dig back through their history and they'll find that stuff.
I can't
This
even
is the
imagine.
stuff like.
They're doing it now, though. They're digging into
Yeah.
some
Well,
companies.
yeah, but like it's even worse when you're a kid. Like as an adult, at least you've got some semblance of perspective on it. But like when you're young and you just don't give a shit, like you're gonna say all kinds of ridiculous stuff, and that's
know
gonna
I
come
did
back
it.
to haunt you.
I used to call those escorts and request that women would come over dressed as chickens. And I would
Did they
wear a
do
rubber
it?
glove on my head as a rooster. And I said I want them in chicken wire fence while I beat them with phone cables. You know, that's what I was up to. And the funny thing is, the dude who was running the escort service was like, "Yeah, we can make that happen." And I was like, "Okay, where do I go from
Bitcoin.
here?"
man.
Beaten with phone wire is extra. That's special.
But
That was like,
clearly it
"He's
was a
gonna hang
better
up after
time.
this one, Doug."
Clearly.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
It's just a different world, man. And yeah, I feel bad for anyone who's tuned into this stream, by the way, expecting an intellectual discourse on that. And
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
pretty
about
much
Sweden
ruined
robot.
that.
We're already getting through drinks here, so it's
I
like, it's
came
only
in
gonna
and
get more
Sargon was giving a
coherent.
dissertation on The Hobbit, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds deep. I don't know much about The Hobbit."
Yeah, you lowered the tone, Gundam. Jesus Christ. Like, Sargon was waxing lyrical about the philosophical underpinnings of The Lord of the Rings.
We're all
Well,
so
oh,
happy. So happy.
If it helps, actually, I think it might have been me who lowered the tone because I kind of asked Gundam about the thought problem. And
Right.
There's
True.
a final solution, and
True,
I
that's
just
Yeah,
right.
you
went
wanted
right
the
into
final
it.
solution, Sargon.
Yeah.
We knew where
I
you
think it
were
might be
going.
my fault, you know.
Before
But
I knew
an-
if my SS officer boots were on.
But another problem with the Generation Z, the Zoomers, is apparently they're basically a bunch of virgins, and they're going to be virgins forever.
And they're
Wait.
calling you the virgin,
Wait,
which makes
I'm
it funny.
Generation Z,
Yeah.
you fuck.
What did Gary say? He said, "I've never seen a generation so fixated on sex that's never going to have it."
Yeah, they're a bunch of incels basically, and it's like
Yeah,
okay,
they're definitely
Right.
weird.
For the sake of this conversation, am I an honorary Oldman or something?
yes,
You're-
for the
you're
purposes
a
of this conversation.
millennial.
I'm Gen Z. Aren't they were born in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
if you're early 90s.
No.
late
I
90s.
think Gen Z is like the 2000s, brother.
Yeah,
You missed the boat,
2000s
Mr.
Gen
Millennial.
Z. Millennial,
Gen
you
X.
can, yeah.
You're an
You're a
elder
millennial.
millennial.
it's something like 1997 is Gen Z.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, you know, these kids are basically addicted to social media, and they don't know how to meet people in real life. They don't know how to operate without it, and they don't really know how to like actually have friends because, like, they block each other all the fucking time. Like my daughter, she's got, you know, a friend, and she'll just come down and she'll be in a bad mood. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And she'll be like, oh, well, I was arguing with Rowan on WhatsApp, and so I blocked him. It's like, right, you don't ever block your friends, right? You don't block your fucking friends. That should be rule number one for the internet
Yes.
for young people. You do not block your motherfucking friends. They're your friends. You know, if you block them, that means you've broken this relationship. You don't want to do that. You know, you got to nurture your relationships. I know you don't understand because you literally have got the entire world to speak to through this little fucking magic box in your hand.
Yeah.
But like, this is what's making you lonely, is you don't have any fucking friends.
Isn't it kind of
More-
amazing that Sargon is like the type of TV dad we need today? Back in the 70s, fathers are giving speeches like, listen, you don't go with your friends behind a fucking dumpster and do heroin, Johnny. Could you just not block your
Aw.
It sounds like it was a suggestion in the.
Do you know, the funniest thing is, right, my daughter's on her best behavior because she knows I'm looking for any excuse to take her phone away from her. And so she's always on her best fucking behavior just so I don't. And it's literally like a heroin addict with the drug. It's mad.
Well,
But at least she
when I
behaves
was-
well.
when I was 15, I was going out. We're going out with our friends to see our friends, and then we're all meeting up in the park, and we're drinking two 2-liter bottles of white lightning.
Oh, white lightning, yes.
I think I got a bottle in my back closet.
That is what we were doing.
It is the cheapest shit ever.
Yeah.
But that's
like gut
Does the
rot.
job.
Of course, but you had a great time though. You got memories.
It was a great time.
This fucking time dead, man, for like this generation. Holy shit.
I just remember, we were all laughing, all joking, all having a right fucking time. You sometimes, nip round the back with one of the girls, and a little bit was happening, and then you come back, and everyone like, whoa! And you're like,
They're like, I remember once me and my friends were leaving my place, and I lived in a bad neighborhood, and it was the weirdest situation because the girl next door was actually an attractive white girl, but she lived with a black family. I never knew what was going on there, nor did I ask. So one day we're walking past, and the chick just goes, "Hey, any of you guys want to fuck?" And even then, at that age, I knew I could sniff out danger. It was my sixth sense. So, I was like, this feels like a bad idea. But we had some new kid hanging with us. I don't fucking know his name. He was an asshole. He's like, hell yeah, I want to fuck. And he went in there. And he starts doing these chicks. One of them was hot. The others were, unattractive black girls. And then, these black dudes showed up to beat him up. And he had to climb out the basement window. And we went to our other friend's house. We were hanging out there, and all of a sudden, he was like a changed man. It was like he found God or something. He was like, "Oh man, I feel so good. I think I'm gonna go back there and see her again." And I'm like, "Dude, we almost got the holy hell beat out of us for you to bust a nut. I'm not going back there. Well, actually, I have to go back there. She lives next door to me. You fucking idiot." Long story short, a week later, he went back, and it deteriorated into a brawl that involved me hitting a dude over the head with a fucking brick. But that was childhood.
Well, I was gonna say, the edgy childhoods of those days, you go behind a dumpster, do heroin, hit people with bricks, fuck people. These days, be like, go behind a dumpster and say the N-word.
You got them blocked.
No. These days, it would be like post an edgy joke on Twitter, and then immediately delete it and feel bad. Hope no one's
you delete it, it gets found. You are dragged on Twitter for a week solid while everyone tries to push you into suicide.
Yeah.
Well, in this country, you might actually go to jail. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we were talking about there. Damn.
That's a 2
I
years
forgot
jail
that's where
sentence
Sargon
now.
is.
I, for one, am glad that there are repercussions for such violence.
see, I told you, the Gen Zs are fucked.
Can't trust these Gen Zs.
Yeah, they're fucking
No,
infiltrators.
surely they'll arrest you and take you to court, and then the judge will just be like, "Stop wasting my fucking time and get out," and be like,
he's like an 80-year-old judge. He's like, "I'm sorry, what happened?" And he's like, "They said a joke." And he's like,
they called you a bint.
What does ratio mean, plaintiff?
yeah. Well, the judge reads out the
Judge.
joke and laughs. He's like, "So what's the actual trial? What are we
That's
doing?"
when that arsehole says something not funny, and we roast the shit out of him. That's what fucking ratio means.
You know, a few weeks ago when
misgendering?
it's ma'am. A few weeks ago when Facebook went down, and
ladies,
and I totally didn't give a fuck because I go on Facebook once every couple of months, but I was just thinking, holy shit, how amazing would it be if Facebook went down, Twitter went down, Instagram went down, and people actually just had to do stuff
Can't
in the real
imagine.
world.
Birds are chirping.
but Twitter goes down, and there's a hashtag saying Twitter's down.
But seriously, Facebook goes down for 2 hours or whatever, and the entire world is released from the grip of this monster that's just controlling them all through their phones, and they're looking around going, "Oh my god, where am I?
What can I do? What should I do?"
And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
poured into Twitter, so it didn't really solve any problems.
You mean I've got to go out and play?
Well, you can't even really go out nowadays with all these goddamn
darling, you're
variants and
35
shit. years
old. I don't know if that's quite the right thing to do.
No, they go outside and harass their neighbors for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's point at people and call them anti-vax.
I didn't know Martha was a Trump supporter. How do you know, Jane? She didn't wear a mask.
Oh my god.
God, that's another thing though as well, isn't it? The echo chambers on the internet are turning people nuts. Literally nuts. And so you can see them when you know that that person has a Twitter account because they're walking around wearing like some fucking political shit with a mask on, and they're giving you evils because you're not. And then they'll like, you can see them. I was on the train the other day. Everyone on the fucking train had a mask, and I'm just sat there like into my hand.
Oh
just
my God.
Sargon's looking to get killed.
Yeah, basically. And I was just like, you don't know, get fucked. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I don't have a fucking mask. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it.
In this country, is it not? And I could be wrong on this one, but you are supposed to wear a mask on whatever public transport or whatever it might be. But like, people can't challenge you if you're not wearing it.
Yeah, I don't think
because you could be exempt because like you've got asthma or something.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Like that
if
woman
any,
on the airplane who's complaining at the other person who didn't have a mask on. People going, why didn't you have a mask on? Oh, I got asthma. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've all got asthma.
Dude, I wear a mask that looks like it came out of like Mad Max in the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Any excuse
Immortan
to look
Joe over
intimidating.
there.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I'll give them
People like
that.
that was newish. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was okay.
That was just one of the few modern movies that
Just
I really enjoyed.
A parable about how women destroy civilizations.
I agree.
I knew you would come to.
Isn't
You
that
see the video on that?
2021? That's 2021, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, you know.
Sorry, what were you saying, MauLer?
Have you seen ER's video on that, where he's like, the first thing
Yeah.
that women do when they're in power is pour all of the water out onto the floor, and it's like, it's celebrating. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're wasting all our water.
Everybody's dancing in the water. A week later, we're out of water. Where's Max?
Who could have predicted this?
But
Back
Ian
to
he makes a great point about like, hang on, why are they like trying to get away from Immortan Joe? Like, he's the king of the wasteland. He's the guy at the very top. He made a civilization. He's got all of the water. He's got an army. Where are you going? Like,
Well,
why did...
he's fat and ugly and he gets to fuck the hottest chicks. He had to go down.
I guess so. Yeah, good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
it's always that debate
Harvey
isn't it,
Weinstein
between
award.
like, you know, secure servitude and chaotic freedom. It's like, well, yeah, you can get your freedom, but you're probably going to die because you can't organize yourselves.
Well, that's the thing. Like, these girls had a fucking library and stuff like that in this film. I'm like, Christ! Imagine being in post-apocalypse and having a library of your own.
Imagine
I'd have
being able to
fucking-
read.
Yeah.
As long as I could get Twitter, that'd be fine.
Addict.
Keep feeding the addiction.
Brought back no Facebook, but you get Twitter.
Oh
In
my
the future.
god, this post-apocalypse sucks.
There's so many of these people though that like you can tell they spend their whole lives on Twitter. Like if that was ever to get shut down or the company went bankrupt or whatever, like what the fuck would they do with their lives? Like what would their existence be? I think they would just be
when
lost.
Twitter
They would
was
have
just
nothing.
Another app.
Yeah, yeah.
It wouldn't take long before something skyrockets as a result. It would be really cool though to knock out Twitter and Facebook for an entire month just to see how everything happens, like what everyone does.
Yeah.
Those
I'm
going
actually-
down would be a benefit. To
I'm not
society, I think.
advocating for political violence, but I'm just saying ISIS are
But-
picking the wrong targets. That's all. I'm just saying they're picking the wrong targets. You know.
Well, I mean,
It's
seriously,
to target Facebook.
They don't want to
Seriously,
liberate America.
I think Twitter is doing real political damage to the West, actually. Like, all of our
course it
leaders. No, but like, a lot of the time when you say it, people are like, what, Twitter? It's like, yeah, no, seriously. The politicians as individuals are all on social media. They're all on Twitter. They've all got their verified check marks. They're all getting like likes and retweets and then dunked on by the other side. And it's driving them mental. It's driving them all fucking mental. And I mean, honestly, I think maybe politicians should be banned from using social media. Not even joking.
I agree.
There's the always online aspect, right? There's never a
Yeah.
cool down time.
I think all
Everything's always
businesses
happening.
should. I think it should be a thing that goes through to business. And the only people that should be on social media are the fucking crazy Karens. That's it. Get business off. Get politicians off. Get corporations off. No.
Yeah.
I
ban
think there's
AOC from
something,
Twitter.
right. There's something really like insidious, and there's something that enrages people when there's not a face to put to whatever it is you're seeing. Right? If it's us just in a room talking to each other, there's an actual human being in front of you, and like whatever they're saying, you can at least connect with them on some level. You might not understand, you might not agree with them or whatever, but at least there's something there. You can read their tone of voice, their inflections, their body language, all that stuff. But when it's Twitter, when it's in social media, it's just words on a screen. And so you project something onto that. You project usually something really negative, and you get to that point where everything that you see, you put the most uncharitable possible like view of it. And that's what drives people nuts. It's just not having any real human connection on any of these so-called social media platforms, because there isn't a person there. It's just words that you see.
Yeah.
And you don't realize what they're trying to say, really.
These political causes as well, though. So you got fucking Skittles. So, you know, it's like on Black History Month, all Skittle packets are going to be white, because the only thing that should be black are black people.
You actually
they are the most stupid, the stupid reductive slogans that they have.
Ritz
or Legos.
crackers.
It's like I just want some diabetes. Just
Ritz
fuck up,
Crackers paid a black family to promote Ritz Crackers during Black History Month.
Crackers!
It was the most abhorrent thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Are you a cracker?
mind-blowing.
Then you should buy Ritz.
My family can enjoy Ritz Crackers during Black History Month. I'm like, really, Queen? This isn't what fucking Malcolm X was talking about back in the day. Lord,
this is what Martin Luther King died for, Gundam.
Died for her to sell me Ritz Crackers on Twitter. Ah!
Fucking end of the West, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, China loves it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you even imagine being China?
TikTok.
They honestly, they might as well just roll in.
As you bastard.
Did you guys see, like, it was a few months ago, it was like the US Army put out recruitment video. And it was
the cartoon?
Like,
yeah,
and it was like a girl, and it was done in this stupid happy clappy cartoon format. And it's like, when I'm out protesting with my two moms, I like to, I'm pretending that I'm defending America, and I've been fighting for freedom my whole life. And, it's just pictures of her, like, going through basic training as a cartoon character. And it's like,
and
what
the
the fuck is
Iron
this
Man
supposed to appeal to?
Do you want to watch the Russian one versus the American one?
Oh, it's amazing.
Let's see the Russians completely and utterly scare me.
This is the Russian recruit. Hold on, press pause, you bastard. This is the Russian recruitment video. Does it go into the? Hold on, just need to. Yeah, then it goes into the American one. Oh my god, this just makes me want to join the Russian army. That's all this makes.
Honestly, Russia, if you're watching this, you can just roll in with tanks right now.
Just right now.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует.
All those dudes are in fucking great shape already, and they haven't even hit the battlefield.
That's Russia.
Look at the
Fight for my woman. I fight for her.
Без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Познать себя, познать границы своих возможностей.
By the way, these are soldiers. These aren't actors. These are actually Russian soldiers.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать.
I don't think the voiceover is, but these are actually Russian soldiers in the advert.
Потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы.
Yeah, that's the look of somebody who's been in the gulag.
Главный враг — это ты. Вчерашний ты. Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он.
Soon we'll take over the Americans, comrade. Ready your chest muscles.
Потому что завтра первый день твоей новой жизни.
That makes me want to join the Russian military.
A soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
Oh my god,
Yeah, we gotta
these
get them in
wars
the air
so
before they reach the
fancy.
ground, or we're fucked.
It begins
Meanwhile, in America,
California,
all the soldiers are dilating.
with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood,
What?
took
No,
violin,
you're raised by two
You
moms.
really didn't. You
violin.
really didn't.
I also marched for equality.
Oh
I
my
like
god.
to think
boy.
I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Respect everyone.
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her
Demand it.
paralyzed.
Wait,
Doctor
she
said
has
she
two
might
moms?
never walk again,
Two moms, yeah.
but she tapped into my family's
Oh
pride
my
to
fucking
get back on her
God.
feet. Eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
I'm gonna go learn Russian
This
now.
isn't an
Model
advert for the
school.
army,
I
but
finished high
this
school at the
isn't.
top of
I
my
was going to
class.
say, what does this have to do with the
Then
army?
attended UC
Why does
Davis,
the other mom look
where I
like
joined a
Hank Hill?
sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I
Strong
began
women,
feeling
Gundam.
like I'd been handed so much in life. a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women,
Oh my
but what had I
god.
really
Of course you
achieved on
had.
my own?
I didn't know it was this bad.
One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own
So I
challenge.
became a lesbian too.
And after meeting
I
with
need
an
my
army
own
recruiter,
adventures. Oh,
I
shut
found
up.
it. A way to prove my inner strength.
Whoa.
Shatter some stereotypes.
Oh my
along
god, it's like so empowering. I'm literally shaking.
It's shaking. Yeah.
So, do you know what's interesting? We did a video today about how the American military was getting absolutely fucking crushed in the war games they were doing with the Brits.
Oh, by the Brits. We,
Oh.
yeah, we absolutely annihilated them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. As you know, a British patriot, I find that hilarious, especially as I've got lots of American friends. But like, you know, looking outside of it, going, it is a bit concerning that literally the Americans are getting crushed in every way, everywhere. Like, isn't it? Like, are the Chinese looking at it going, wow, the Americans seem to fucking suck. You
Well,
know,
was
like,
it? We were adopting a new system, and we defeated the Americans in 4 days.
yeah.
And the Americans had to stop because essentially they'd had their whole forces wiped out.
Yeah, and this happened like multiple times. And it's like, look, I actually don't want the American army to be shit. Like, I think it should be a good army, you know, but then you got all these fucking woke generals commanding it. It's like, okay. Then you got the recruitment ads like this, so now you've got a bunch of transgender lesbians who are manning the guns. It's like, right, okay. Like, where does this go? Like, this doesn't go anywhere good, right?
I referenced this in a recent video that I did, right? And I said, think about the kind of person that this advert is going to appeal to, and then think about how that person is going to get on in an actual war when people are shooting at them.
I can't
Yeah.
wait
It's
to
not
find
going to be good.
to be
So
honest.
technically, I'm more of a soldier than the upcoming soldiers because I've been shot at 3 times already.
Yeah,
You have much more battlefield experience than
Yeah.
they do, yeah.
You've been training your whole life for this, Gundam.
Leisurely
This-
shaking.
I have nothing. Like, just watching that has truly depressed me.
If
I
we've learned
remember
anything,
John Rambo.
left Britain, you know, should have stayed with us. We would have looked after him with our
Well,
expertise.
time for me to move.
Yeah, you're welcome over here.
But come on, America, come back. Come on, come
Get
on.
fucked, you Yanks.
Royal Marines lay a beating on US Leathernecks. Allied forces take part in Green Dagger, a 5-day mock battle at 29 Palms Beach base in California, and they got routed. Americans got routed.
This would obviously not be like an overall war between our army and the American army, because theirs is like 15 times the size of ours.
Our
It's
only
also way
saving
more
grace
spread
is
about
we
the
can
world.
Stalin our enemies. We just keep throwing bodies.
Yeah.
So it looks like all those draft papers I signed, I'm fucked.
Yep.
We go
You
against
literally
the
are.
Chinese or the Russians, I'm back out there.
But the thing is, as well, your commanding officer is going to be some sort of genderqueer fucking pronoun warrior, and she's
Yeah.
going to be there with her pink hair, saying, you know, accusing you of misgendering her or something. It's so like, right, I just let me get shot by the fucking Russians or the Chinese. Just do it.
They fucking
do it.
court martial me.
What did you learn in training? Not to
I
misgender
learned
someone?
that I shouldn't misgender the enemy, even though he has a 30-yard stare, and his name is Ivan, sir.
And I'm not
You-
allowed
you-
to shoot any gay soldiers on the other side.
Yeah.
Because that's
War is homophobic,
Yeah.
ass. You
War is
bastard.
homophobic.
they're going to start wearing pink armbands to distinguish themselves from fire.
I
It's
love
going
the
to be
fact
like total war erupts, like women and minorities most affected.
Russians
so
are not
fucked, man.
respecting pronouns of people's genders in the areas of America they took over.
On the plus side, when the Chinese
hope
do
it's
take
not.
over America, they're not going
Ah.
to tolerate any of this woke stuff. So, you know,
No.
Maybe our Chinese overlords will be the best thing that ever happened to us. But
Yeah, until we go to jail for fucking criticizing their movies, drunkard.
I
Hey,
love the
that-
color red. The color red's amazing.
Xi Jinping is the greatest leader of all time, man. If it's that or learn a new pronoun, it's that. It's fine.
I've already got my Chinese name ready.
Oh, let's see what TV shows he makes.
But they've been signing some stuff recently, haven't they? anti-femboy shit and stuff like that.
I know, it's been incredibly based. Like,
Yeah.
We're not going to have girly boys on TV. It's like, oh, fucking hell, that's all we've got on TV. And that really is all we've got on TV as well. Look at like heroes now, man. All these heroes are like 100-pound weaklings. And I'm just like, I would push this
it's
kid
some
over.
small woman beating up guys who look like they were in that goddamn Russian training video.
Yeah. And that's another thing as well that I hate about like Hollywood films, because they're all shot in California with like Californian actors and actresses. Like they've got these like, and it's like, oh, well, these are strong female characters. And it's like, okay, so you've literally got this fucking 100-pound girl who there's not a single blemish on her skin, on her entire body, you know, and so she looks
Good
like
girl.
she's just the most insulated, soft creature that's, you know, been raised on satin pillows and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm a badass warrior. And it's like, I know you're not a badass warrior, right? I know that that's not what they look like. Stop lying to me. My eyes can see, you know? I can't stand it.
I think in movies, like, you've got a challenge there. And it very much comes down to finding the right actress who can kind of portray a character like that and who's willing to put in the work to actually look like that. Because, compare Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2 with whatever that chick was called from Terminator Derp Fate. Where she's like 3 feet tall and she's got a gun that's bigger than her and she's like, I'm gonna stand and fight. Nobody's buying that, my friend. Nobody's buying that. But
that's
Linda
exactly
Hamilton,
the comparison I was thinking of as well. In fact, like the woman from Terminator 2. Yeah, exactly. Like she at least, like, she's doing pull-ups and stuff. It's like, wow, okay, fair enough. I can't do fucking pull-ups. She at least seems like she's got fucking something going for her. Unlike these little Californian 25-year-olds who have never broken a nail. It's like, oh, get out, just go. I can't take it.
Yeah.
Well, then don't watch it because it's not meant for you.
Eternals is down to 51% now.
Oh, that movie's going to
dip below 50.
What's your problem?
It might dip below 50.
This is the thing, right? As well, Rotten Tomatoes was counting. It was talking about reviews. Like the review text would be something like, this is kind of a mess of a movie, and it shoots high, but it falls short. And then it gives that a fresh rating. It's like, that's not a fresh review, my friend. That's absolutely slating the film.
It sounds like a review from an ex-girlfriend after sex with me.
Well, El Mundo, the Spanish critic, gave it a 1 out of 5 and said, the saddest superhero movie. That's what you get. That's what you get.
We were talking about this, MauLer, like, why the fuck have the critics turned against this? Because this should be everything that they're paid to love.
It's confusing. It doesn't quite match up, does it? You'd think they praise it if it is shit. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This one seems to be the one they all agreed upon was the shit one. I don't understand what happened.
Maybe it's like sacrificial lamb.
Is this some like corporate 4D chess or something? Like the critics that are normally paid to love it are now getting paid to hate it for some reason.
Well, I did call it a false flag operation on Twitter.
Maybe
it feels really weird.
Maybe it's just shit.
It's
like
180 on this thing.
Is this someone within Disney trying to purge Marvel of this woke crap and just said, right, this is the wokest movie that's ever been. It's the most diverse movie. We are we're just gonna make sure that it fails almost, and so we can get away from this crap in future because we've got the perfect excuse. It doesn't work.
So you're saying Bob Iger has had enough?
I think it's Chapek.
Female director.
Pin it on someone. Chapek's the money man.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Bob Chapek.
Right,
so
know.
Disney was run by Bob Iger for a good number of years, and he's now stepping back, and it's a guy called Chapek who's taken over, Bob Chapek, and he has a real reputation of being, he's not idealistic.
Stingy.
Yeah, he's a money man. He's a bean counter, and he only
bring
cares
back
about
the capitalists, man. Jesus,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He only cares about making money for the company. It's crazy, I know. In 2021, a company that wants to make money.
Fuck.
But he's made a lot of changes within the structure of the company. So all these studio heads, the person who's in charge of Lucasfilm, the person who's in charge of Marvel, instead of being on these big 5-year contracts where it doesn't matter how shit you are, you're going to stay there for forever. He's basically saying, right, you're on a short leash. If you fuck up, you're out. if you don't make money for us, you're out. You know, and it ultimately everything comes through me. That's the difference right there. And so, yeah, I don't know if he's just realized this is a really bad way of making films because people don't want it, and he just needs one movie to fail disastrously to be able to say, we're done. We're not doing this kind of stuff anymore.
Enough of Phase 4. This is shit.
Maybe.
4D chess.
Maybe. Well,
I would welcome an end to the superhero movies personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we
would.
won't get that anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Well, I think I'm done with Marvel. I'm open for something different in the superhero genre.
DC's gay Superman.
But I don't.
You can see as his gears were turning, like, yeah, maybe some. No, not that.
Derailed.
that different, not diverse. Different.
Oh, okay.
I think I've had my fill of inclusion and diversity for one lifetime right now.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I just actively want to exclude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, just no.
I just want to be a racist bigot right now. That's all I want to be. I'm just so fucking tired of this wokeness shoved down my throat.
I'm not even talking about race, really. I just want to be able to tell a bunch of people to fuck off.
Those
like,
are the days.
yeah, right. Like, Christ. Like, I don't care about race or anything, but I just care about the sort of shit that comes out of these people's mouths.
Well, if you saw the red carpet for Eternals, the Gundam knows where
Everyone's
this is
just like,
Every time they interviewed, all you heard was diverse, different, inclusion,
yeah.
diverse, different, woman of color, different, diverse, it's different, inclusion, diverse.
First
Transgender.
gay couple in a
The-
Marvel movie.
That was the spectrum of words used, and it's just like, and was it the Indian guy
Yeah.
called white people minorities now?
What?
Huh?
He said, it's like, why do movies pander towards, not pander, he didn't say pander, but it's like, are made to a
To a
towards
certain group of
minority.
people.
Whoa!
It's like,
Hang on. What? Why should we pander to minorities?
Well, no,
says
I
the
know
Indian guy.
I know they say the exact thing that they are actually doing. But he's talking about white people, so it don't matter.
Of course
Don't
he is.
matter.
Yeah. But that's the point, isn't it? Like, fucking this whole thing has just been a way of essentially taking control for a certain ideology. That's all this is.
I tapped out when the other guy came on and he started touting about his gay life and how this movie's going to help gay kids and this movie is saving people's lives.
Yeah, it's literally saving people's lives.
And I was just like, you know what?
they literally became like the Film Actors Guild from Team America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? This is literally going to save people's lives.
Through the power of our acting, we can save the world.
I'm going to speculate the over-under is going to be 0 on that one. It's going with 0 on that.
It's such a fucking magnificent claim because it's enormous and can never be proven. You just like, well, you're not dead, are you? See, I saved your life. Like there are no tigers around, therefore the stone gets rid of all the tigers.
So basically,
Karen
I
from
should just
Twitter
pull up
said that it
every
saved her
email
life.
I have
Okay.
where someone told me my videos help them not commit suicide, and I should wear them on like a vest or something whenever I get in trouble.
By the way, Gundam replied to that person and apologized.
Oh, wait. Team America and Tropic Thunder.
Wait, my video stopped you from killing yourself? I'm so sorry.
I was like, I'm glad I was able to stop you from killing your family, guy. Tune in tomorrow for my special edition video, Why Are Women Evil?
Why are women evil and why have they destroyed the world? Coming tomorrow. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, Fury Road, out of its time.
Honestly, it feels like Anita Sarkeesian's winning.
Oh, yeah.
I remember back in like 2016 or some shit when she was like, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, everything is something else, and you have to point it all out. And I'm like, what a fucking psychopath. What a
No one's going to buy
shit.
that.
She definitely ain't winning in that way. Like,
And now it's 2021, and it's literally what it is.
It's the woke motto. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This sucks. Wow, you must be a bigot.
Feminist frequency, because she has a podcast, I think, but nobody watches it.
Nobody watches a thing.
Oh, she can't even crack 1,000 views.
No.
Oof.
So is that
Hey,
what
look,
she's doing
when she
now?
needs money, she comes out on Twitter and goes on the grift. Leave her alone, okay?
Sargon
She's
can't
putting out a
abuse
movie.
me again.
Yeah. Her latest ratings for her videos.
Why are they wearing breast armor? This is disgusting.
Well, they do have boobs.
There was no females in the first episode of Mandalorian. Those people like,
Good.
yeah, they were. They were.
Loads of people like good. That'd be amazing if that was all her replies on Twitter. Yeah. Just like, oh my god, there's no women in the Mandalorian. And every reply is just the Chad, yes, good.
Yeah, Uber Chad.
Yeah.
No, I think Chad got like a boob armor video that got around because of that. He was like, "Watch it, everyone, watch it." That's how boob armor works.
I mean, are any of those people doing anything now, or are they all just pretty much?
Brianna Wu is going to do a movie on Gamergate because the world needs that.
I would like Alec Baldwin to play me.
Way.
End the stream while we still have time.
I didn't know you shot anyone.
Oh, you know.
Anita Sarkeesian is directing a movie.
Is she?
Why?
Is it The Last of Us?
Carolyn Pennant has been hired at Kotaku, so no more working at
So she'll
literally a
be
grocery store.
Unemployed very soon. Okay.
No, they're going to keep her around. For a while there, I was having a good laugh.
Not if Kotaku's
you might
not
want to
there,
delete this. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow. From like GameSpot to Feminist Frequency to fucking checkout counter. The hero's journey.
The hero's journey.
And then like Kotaku gets taken over by a woman. And they're like, it's going to be a different Kotaku from now on. Of course, I made a video saying my left nut. Kotaku's worse than ever. They hire Carolyn Pennant. That lady who wrote, what's that movie that everybody says is a turf-hating movie? Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the creator of Harry Potter still hates...
J.K. Rowling.
That's it. J.K. Rowling is still a transphobe. I'm like, nothing's changed.
See, like a lot of, I guess, you know, a lot of this ties back into like games journalism and stuff, and I'm not really across it now because it's such a fucking joke that it's not even worth looking at. Like whether it's Kotaku, whether
Polygon.
Polygon, all these shitty trash outlets. Like, I guess, like, you know, like Az and Sargon, like I'm old enough to remember when games journalism was totally like irreverent and it was just funny. Like you if you picked up an actual PlayStation magazine back in the day, there would be fucking like naked women in it and stuff. Like they just didn't give a shit.
And they used to talk about video games. Yeah, it was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, PlayStation Magazine had one issue where they showed the naked code for fucking Tomb Raider. But what they don't tell you is it was only the Japanese version. So I was sitting there trying to get it to work on the American version for hours.
Arseholes.
And it would not be a wasted life.
But
There are 4 polygons I want to look at here so I can finish off. You know?
Quickly, turn on the VCR to record it, Gregory.
Working.
I legit used to buy them. I legit used to buy gaming magazines.
I used to buy
They
PC
were
Gamer
fun,
all the
though,
time.
weren't they, back in the day. They were actually like entertaining. They were cheeky, irreverent. Like they didn't give a shit back then. Now everything's about the social messaging.
Yeah.
And
It's just not even worth a look. Not even worth a look now.
I'm assuming you guys played some Mortal Kombat at some point. Mortal Kombat 9, there was an alternative skin for a character called Melina where she just had a strand of string to cover stuff. And I have one of my fun memories was I was playing Mortal Kombat with family members, and one of them accidentally chose that skin, and I was like, I can explain.
How did that get there? Jesus.
Yeah, modern Mortal Kombat, they're like, all right, enough boobs. We got to stop doing that now. It's just like, what? Why? It's just like,
oh my god, the sexualization of women is disgusting. By the way, I'm going to get my tits out on the red carpet the next time I got a film to promote.
Yeah, you can't look at a fucking nice-looking computer character sexy, but some fat black chick shows up to a birthday party wearing a see-through dress, looking like a beached whale, and I'm supposed to sit here and say this is fierce and goddamn amazing.
I tell you, upon the failure of Feminist Frequency, there is a part of me that's looking forward to subscribing to Anita Sarkeesian's OnlyFans.
Oh my god!
Are you gonna have?
You couldn't pay me enough, man.
Are you gonna have some hate wanks? I'm having a fucking world's biggest hate wank right now.
I'm not even hate wanks, just so she can see my name come up.
New donators are gonna. Oh my god!
He's harassing me still.
The garbage human is back.
Dude, fucking Az, one of the newer episodes of Batwoman, someone calls somebody a garbage human. I was like, oh my god, really? Made it into mainstream.
Yeah, garbage human. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to make you guys aware of this. We're just bringing up Back to the Future. I was just looking at her newest podcast, one of the lowest rated ones. Do you know what it's called?
No.
Back to the Future.
Give
is
me
the-
money.
we don't know.
Is it called Give Me Money? I'm a massive scam artist.
I'm sure that's the description, but the title is
Oh,
Back to the Future is way more messed up than you remember.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I
What's
mean,
so bad about it?
Biff was a bit of a rapist, to be honest.
Oh,
Everything was,
Biff.
It was
horrible.
it was a bit rapey.
No, he legit was actually though. Like if you watch it, it's like, oh shit, Biff, calm down. She's
Calm
literally
down?
Oh, yeah,
screaming
yeah,
no.
in the car. Yeah, in
It's
the
like,
car.
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
son, you're taking it too far.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
It was
Yeah.
the 50s, you know.
There were more rapists in the 50s.
Yeah, things were just rapey. I don't know.
She would have reported it to the police.
You go to your
It's
McDonald's.
it's not like the movie glorifies Biff or anything. You're not
No,
really on the
that's
side
true.
with
Yeah,
him.
he is the villain.
Haven't heard a villain do villainous stuff.
In so long.
It's like in comics. It's like they're turning all these characters gay. Superboy's gay. Robin's now fucking gay. Aqualad's gay. Everyone's a gay.
all in the course of like
and
each
none of the
month.
villains, drop like a bundle of sticks words or anything like that
Well,
Oh yeah,
because
totally.
they respect the
we
hero's
not reference
Villains
the-
now are just
sexuality.
villains
If
now
I
are
was
just
being
as much
arrested
pussies
because
as the
of
heroes.
Superman, I'd call him super fag in a heartbeat.
You can't do that. You're gonna get bad.
No.
You
No
can't
Game Awards Gundam.
Gundam, no.
Don't worry, we can edit that out.
Not the game.
Yeah.
who-
We
I'm
can't bring
just
up this
saying, if he
topic.
beats you up and has you arrested, you're not going to go, oh, well, you got me this time, gay Superman, but next time, I'm going to go to
Everyone
jail
just
where I'm going to
calls
be
him that.
raped.
In Metropolis, everyone refers to him as gay Superman.
Help me, gay Superman.
Is it a bird?
Thank you.
Is it a plane? No, it's gay Superman.
You say
Okay.
my cat, gay Superman.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? We don't know how it identifies. For fuck's
You're
sake.
going to jail, you piece of shit.
Like, God, what a world we've wandered into.
Oh no.
I think truly the low point in comics was like seeing Superman like marching for climate change with his
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
billboard. It's like you're a fucking literal god amongst men. You could fix all of this just in seconds.
Exactly. Superman could do something about climate control. Instead, he's with his gay boyfriend holding a sign. It's the
Yeah, just-
stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Just take buckets of water up into space and toss it out. That's all you
He
gotta
can, like,
do.
Yeah, but
blow
then
on it.
Your freezing breath on the whole planet. And just
But
like
then he's
put
yeah,
another
but then
ice-
he's doing it as a dictator because not every country in the world would vote on him doing that.
But I mean,
he-
didn't
well.
Superman turn back time? In
oh,
one
no,
of
well,
the-
that's
did.
that's
That
the
was
film.
one
Don't worry about
time,
that. Don't worry
Sargon.
about that. That's the films.
You
Don't
turn
worry.
back
Oh, right,
time
they
one
didn't count.
time and
He
everyone
can,
else
but
will
only if he
get
gets really mad.
Yeah.
Oh, if it gets really horny.
Or
Lois is
mad
dead.
and horny.
We're back to the
Otherwise
It's the
those
Those
only
again,
thing I
aren't
want to
we?
stick my dick in right now. I'm mad horny. I'm turning the planet around and we're going back in time.
Bringing
So
up this
Gundam.
whole like edgy
Yes.
villains, by the way, who murder horribly, rip people to shreds, but won't say the N word.
Oh, that
the
reminds me
boys.
when Dan Slott was
Boys
saying that
season 2, isn't it?
Spider-Man's Dan Slott from Marvel was saying Spider-Man's jokes about his fat jokes towards Dr. Octopus were like unacceptable
Mm.
and they're
Oh,
bad and they like age horribly. And I'm like, Dr. Octopus killed people.
yeah, but he can't say he's fat.
If Spider-Man was trying to get into his head, get him annoyed, it's make him mistakes so he could defeat him. So what?
Everyone does all the time. Yeah, it's fucked up. That,
I
like,
might murder people, but I'm not a monster like Spider-Man. It's like the Chucky thing all over
Yeah.
again.
Spider-Man made fun of my love handle.
son's queer. He's gender
fucking-
fluid.
That's an Austin
you're-
Powers joke right there, isn't it? Like, just like, you fat piece of shit. You'd be like, you know what? I don't even want to do this whole world domination thing anymore. You know, I'm going to go home.
Yeah. Fuck you. I'm off.
The Chucky thing was the weirdest thing ever on Twitter. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's saying Chucky is great now because he's like his son's gender fluid. He went to a pride parade. I'm not a monster, Jake. fucking Michael Myers kills a gay couple, and the news outlets were calling him a homophobe. I'm like, he's a mass murderer.
Dude, I love the idea that Michael Myers is like, I'm not a homophobe. I hate everyone. What the fuck?
I'd love that if the next movie had him just in a Pride T-shirt or something, like with the rainbows and everything, and like, he's a good guy. He's a misunderstood hero.
I would
Surrounded by
totally do
cameras
that.
and microphones, and you'll be apologizing.
It'll be the
wearing
end of the
he's wearing a
film.
Doctor Who shirt. That's what he needs.
What is
No,
Doctor
no,
Who
seriously.
gay now?
Mike Myers wearing a
Always.
Pride T-shirt would be fucking brilliant. So what are they going to say? He goes around brutally murdering people, but he does support gay rights.
I honestly think that would cause some people to just have an existential crisis. Like their brains just couldn't cope with that contradictory information. Like
Freddy Krueger says Black Lives Matter.
Oh my god.
Do you want equality or do you not want equality? You gotta fucking choose one. Now, come on.
I remember watching horror films where people get killed, and not once did I think, wow, he's a bigot. He killed the black guy in the opening credits.
I wonder what that guy's
alright,
pronouns are.
Before I
Mike
murder you,
Myers,
may
hey,
I ask
Michael,
your
what are your
pronouns?
pronouns?
Fucking hell.
Oh, it's
So,
much
Gundam, what I was going to say, what's the deal with the gay Superman?
Apparently he's gay.
What's the
Why?
deal with gay Superman?
Fucking
that's-
hell, I
It's,
know.
it's
Oh, right. I thought you
Superman's
like
son.
knew about this shit.
So,
I-
but
I-
he's not original Superman, is he? He's like
He's
his
Superman's
son or
son.
something.
This is Jonathan Kent. This is the son of Clark Kent, who was aged up so that they could make a gay Superman.
It
Yeah.
would be awkward if he was a gay
So
the last
liberal.
time I saw
now
him, he's a
Clark
kid.
Kent is no longer Superman. He's off doing
Stuff on
stuff.
other planets, right?
And so Jonathan Kent has now taken on the mantle of the planet's Superman. And the first thing he did was finger a pink-haired Japanese boy.
Uh,
He's saving the world one Japanese boy at a time.
One finger at a
No,
time.
but Jonathan Kent can do that because his boyfriend is invulnerable to anything. He can't be hurt.
okay,
So
so that makes
literally,
the sex
there is
make
going to
sense.
be earthquakes around the world as he's pounding his fucking boyfriend, and they are just causing seismic fucking waves going everywhere because he
Well,
can't
I
be
think
hurt.
if
Love
they
is a
care
powerful
enough
thing,
to do
huh?
it in like the
Love is a
atmosphere.
battlefield.
It's going to be like in Scary Movie with that orgasm scene.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Scary movie. Add that to the list of Tropic Thunder and Team America of films that we're never going to see again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never
Tropic
going to get
Thunder,
made
what a
again.
masterpiece.
I didn't think so at the time, but I do now.
He's the Superman of the planet, and you never believe this, but he got together with a pink-haired Japanese boy who's a YouTuber, who's an activist,
Who the fuck would want to be a YouTuber?
who
so lame.
just so happened to be
Literally the lamest
Lois
job.
Lane. And then they just he went, "Are you the big gay?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm the big gay. Are you the big gay?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm the big gay now."
He's
they
like,
went,
you
"Cool."
look like my favorite K-pop artist jamming. And then before you knew it, it was over.
So that's pretty much it. So yeah, they had a snog. They're having a snog this month.
Oh, God. What's it?
Breaking ground, breaking new
Yeah.
ground, guys.
Yeah.
It's the
We would-
57th first openly gay superhero.
Yeah.
Sort of
you
thought
feel-
that it would just be subversive now to have a superhero just
straight.
beat someone up and then
It was
defeat them
straight
and be
and
like,
right.
it's a girl. Who'd be like, whoa.
Wow.
Oh, and Themyscira has like its first transgendered member too. So things are really moving in DC.
Yes. Themyscira's got trans men, which makes no sense.
No sense.
Because you have to be female to go through the well to be reincarnated in Themyscira. So if you're a trans man, then you're biologically a male, so you wouldn't qualify. And just for argument's sake, let's say the well is very progressive and the well says, "Oh no, I'll take men that think they're women into the well." They're reincarnated in Themyscira as a woman, so they wouldn't be trans.
Ooh, so it's some sort of trans genocide that's going on.
So it's they're kind of committing a little bit of trans genocide in death. Well, but they're dying anyway.
So if you believe that you are, then that's enough to make you it in terms of the well, and it will just
Well, it
transform
doesn't-
you into a woman.
Yeah,
Well,
but
now,
so
yeah.
it doesn't make sense because essentially what the person would be saying is, I'm in a female body, how I've always wanted to be, but I'm a man.
I didn't think you went to Themyscira. I thought like the Amazons had been put there, and like that was
The law's been shifted. It used to be like they used to like get like girls to come, not kidnap, but they used to like take like girls to come to Themyscira and then become Amazons. But now it's this well. It's this well. The souls of women who have been like mistreated or murdered or da-da-da-da-da.
Of course it is.
The well reincarnates them as fucking bitter feminists.
Because why make it just like this ancient Greek myth when you can turn it into like a modern, coping session? So
they're really mucking up the transgenderism there because the person would be female and they wouldn't have the masculinity that they.
Yeah.
Didn't that show Why the Last Man do the same thing? Where like if you were transgender, even though you had a Y chromosome, you would survive because you believed you were a female.
No, they didn't. But I think one did. I think they added to the TV show a trans man. It's so fucking confusing now. I mean, it got cancelled after like 2 episodes, so I don't think we have to worry too much about it. 7 episodes. Sorry, I was miles off. It got cancelled after 7 episodes.
It's so cruel.
The way it should be.
The way you dismiss them. I'm sure it was great.
So I don't know. I just can't. I really can't keep up because every day
nobody can keep up. Everything is so stupid. You literally need like a degree in gender studies to understand what the fuck is going on anymore.
Well, there's plenty of people who got that nowadays on Twitter.
This is true.
So am I going to have to start watching fucking anime or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's over.
I think you're going to have to go east if you want decent entertainment.
Watch Squid Game, dude. Watch Squid Game, big time.
Yeah,
I will. You
really love it.
But people have been like, "Oh, you got to watch anime because literally it's the last thing worth watching." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's weeb shit, and I don't want to watch weeb shit because they're weird."
Yeah, but it's not woke. At least it's not woke. It's not woke. You'll never find it woke.
But it's also really weird in other ways. And it's,
Korean cinema's non-weeb. It's like weeb without weeb. So there you go.
Okay.
Korean cinema is weeb.
We've seen Train to Busan. That was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that's not very weeby.
That's another problem.
I think Alice in Borderland's great as well.
I can't fucking stand subtitles.
Oh my god, you fucking boomer!
I know.
What a racist!
I know.
You absolute gammon, Sargon.
I know. But the thing is, it just takes me out of it because it's like I'm trying to look at their faces to see the reactions and the emotions.
Oh my god, how
like,
slowly do you read?
I don't read slowly. It's just that after I've read it, I'll look back up and I'm just distracted by the white text at the bottom. It just pisses me off. It's not that I read slowly, I'm just autistic.
Yeah, your only option there is you're going to get like dubbing where like, what's being said doesn't match up with their mouths.
I don't mind that so much though.
I don't want to say this is a cursed project, but one of the crew, I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny. One of the crew members on Indiana Jones 5 has just been found dead.
Oh, come on, I knew you were going to say that.
Alec Baldwin, what have you done? Why, Alec?
Related to the set of the production, or is that just
he's been found dead on location. So he's dead on location.
Fucking hell, Hollywood's getting dangerous these days.
I mean, that is a genuine tragedy, but it does feel like this movie is fucking
it's
cursed.
Another cameraman as well. Fucking hell. Whoops. Indiana
wasn't a misfire, was it? Yeah.
Cameraman department pro Nick Kupak was found dead in his hotel room in the city of Fez. Walt Disney Studios confirmed they are looking for Alec Baldwin.
The guy's probably just doing drugs to get himself ready for a hard day of shooting an old man pretending to be fucking.
Wait, it says the 54-year-old's cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, but he is thought to have died of natural causes to a gunshot wound to the head.
A combination of natural causes and bullets. I mean,
okay. Next question. What's the fucking deal with Indiana Jones movies? Why?
There's only 3. End of.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you, but like, why? Why are they how old is Harrison Ford?
He's 79
years old.
70 fucking 9.
Yeah.
Imagine thinking anyone wants a movie with a 79-year-old action hero.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well,
Disney.
we're not just action adventure hero where they
Yeah.
go all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
stop
The thing
it.
is, it's not even going to be about Indiana Jones. It's going to be about Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh,
That is
I
what
don't know who
I've
that is.
heard. Like, so
She's a new Indy, you bigot.
Oh, good
yeah.
point.
God's
So
sake,
you can
Sargon.
blame
I
Harrison
just
Ford.
hate women. I forgot.
Well, have you heard of Fleabag over here in the UK?
Oh no.
What else has she done? Have you heard of?
Solo.
Have you heard of
Star Wars
Killing
story.
Eve?
I have seen Solo. Yeah.
She plays the robot.
Oh, what the worst character! Oh,
Hey,
fuck
look,
it out.
hey, they killed her in the movie, so there's that. But then, well, they put her into the fucking
Oh,
Millennium Falcon.
All I want is equal rights. Okay, should we go and have robot sex?
Equal rights for robots.
Fucking hell.
So anyway, she's like this English, like mostly
English.
writer, but she's occasional actor theoretically.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's apparently going to be taking over the mantle of Indiana Jones. Like he's going to
No.
get killed or something. I think he's going to get erased from history because there's going to be a time
Yeah.
travel plot, and
Wait,
she's
what?
going to have to go back and
It's
fix
time
everything.
travel, this one.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm at the point where I kind of want that to happen. You know, yeah, kill Indiana Jones. It's about time that he died. You know, the characters had a good
No,
run.
I just wanted to end. I just wanted to end with the third one. They rode off to the sunset together. It was perfect. Perfect
Yeah.
Supposed to
ending.
want them to just not make another one, not wish for his death. You don't want to see. Look what they did with Luke and Han. Jesus Christ! No more
Yeah.
killing these people.
Oh god, thing is that I feel really bad for people who really like Star Wars because I was always just a fair weather sort of Star Wars fan. I've seen the films and enjoy them with my mates, and yeah, they're fun. It's good. But then you get these hardcore fans, and they're like, right, okay, George Lucas has made these new films. They're shit, but they're not like the end of the world, and at least they do have some connection with the films that you loved because they're the prequels. They lead into them, and it's ham-fisted, but it connects, right? And then they bring out this fucking, the new woke fucking bullshit. And you, at this point, like, Star Wars fans must be like the crying, blood red-faced Wojaks, where they're just like, oh, good, I need Star Wars, I can't fucking wait. Yeah, just kill me.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel
fucking
bad for
everyone's got nuts over Boba Fett. This is like it's a show
Yeah.
with Boba Fett in it. Go nuts, everyone! All of the money. It's like it's just Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It wasn't even great as well. Like, I watched a couple of episodes of The Mandalorian. I watched about like 6 of them, and it was like, it was okay. It was. I got kind of bored about 7 episodes in or whatever, but it was okay. That's it.
the
It was
thing.
okay.
Everyone is so used to absolute garbage that the Mandalorian was a shining star because it was okay.
Yeah.
And it was because it was made by a guy who didn't hate Star Wars, wasn't it? That's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy liked Star Wars. He was an average director, so there we go.
I think
That's
when you're
great.
coming straight off of The Last Jedi, made by someone who actively fucking hates Star
Yeah.
Wars and
Yeah.
everything to do with it,
Yeah.
it's like to get like a simplistic, good-natured but slightly dumb like take on Star Wars from someone who does like it, it's like, oh fucking hell, it's incredible.
We're going to pander to China by sticking a
it's
Vietnamese
like taking
woman in.
a starving man and giving him a fucking like bacon sandwich or something. Like it's just enough to keep him going.
Yeah.
Well,
You can give me a bacon sandwich.
I was about to say, maybe choose something like a
I'll
bacon
feed it
sandwich
to you,
smothered
ass.
in cheese or something. So you're just like,
Yeah, I'm actually kind of pro bacon sandwich drinker.
yeah, I'm probably.
I kind of
The
like
new-
that analogy and want to be that guy.
Yeah.
The
Damn,
newer
I'm getting
Star
hungry
Wars
now.
movies were just so
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
that they made the George Lucas prequels
Is there
look
anywhere
like
open that's got
diamonds.
any bacon sandwiches?
Will Uber Eats deliver you one?
Gundam, you're absolutely on the money there, right? And I was thinking about this loads the other day. Like, why is it I'm looking back at the George Lucas prequels and thinking they're better than what's come before? And it's because they actually did some world building. Like, as ham-fisted as it was, they introduced new things, midichlorians and bullshit like that. But like, at least it was new. Like, there was more to the Star Wars world that was revealed through the George Lucas films, unlike these fucking new ones. And it's like, God, I can't believe even George Lucas.
They weren't relying exclusively on like OT content in the prequels. They're bringing in loads of new stuff.
I may not have liked the prequels that much when they came out, but I will still, to my dying day, say the final fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin was the sickest goddamn lightsaber battle that ever existed.
Wow,
The
you big
lightsaber
nerd.
battles were fucking great in it. You've got to admit.
It was a good battle. It was great on a technical level. There wasn't the same kind of emotion that you got from like Empire or Return of the Jedi, but it was a well put together fight sequence.
It
Well, the
makes
se- the
sense because they're
sequel fight
both in their
sequences-
prime.
Were fucking
Yeah.
insanely bad for a studio that's like modern, full of millions of dollars and access to all kind of choreographers. And then you look at the fucking throne room scene, and it's like, how the hell did this get made?
I think we always described it as like the original trilogy was a great idea, well implemented. The prequels were a good idea, pretty badly implemented.
Yeah, there was definitely some really good ideas there, and it just didn't quite work out because of.
And the sequels were no ideas, horrendously implemented.
Or malevolently implemented as well.
Yeah.
Like the Ryan Johnson stuff, where it's literally like, yeah, I'm going to deconstruct Star Wars. How about you deconstruct your fucking
How about you
tapes?
don't? Yeah. The thing is, the more you dig into it, though, because there's so many, like Simon Pegg is on record as saying, yeah, they had plans for who Rey's parents were from as early as his filming scenes in TFA. Daisy Ridley said, yeah, there's loads of like things in stone, loads of notes that were ignored by Ryan. Ryan was like, no one gave me any notes. No one told me anything about any stories. And then JJ comes back in and everyone's talking about like basically it's just like, it was all just a clusterfuck. No one knew what was happening. As long as you got the money, who fucking cares? It's not about storytelling.
You know, Disney, you can hire me and I will save your company.
Oh, yeah.
I will go out there and say it now. If Disney
We'll do it as a
hired
team
me,
of 5, okay?
the second they pitch new Star Wars, I go, I like it. Tell me more. JJ Abrams. I go, jump out that fucking window. Head first, and you belong.
We'll record it, JJ. Trust me, it'll make millions.
Okay, so here's a question,
with
then.
you.
So Disney hire us all. Who do we get to direct the next Star Wars?
Drunker, you figure that out. I'm for the prop department.
Fucking, what
mean,
about the
question.
guy who's doing Mission Impossible movies? We can grab him. He's pretty good. Okay.
All right, Mission Impossible, man.
Okay. So what's the story about?
Fucking, let's make it about nothing.
War in the Stars.
Nothing. No, we're not going to connect to any fucking characters we've known before. We're going to make it all brand new. How about that?
Okay,
Yeah,
Knights
yeah,
of the
yeah,
Old
I'm down.
Republic. We can do
Ooh.
that. We could get away with that.
Yeah. New characters, a story that we know works.
I mean,
I can see this making money. Go on.
this is something that the Mandalorian demonstrated. You can take a simplistic concept, but like when you've got an entire universe of possibilities to play with, you can make it fun. You know, there's an inherent joy of just going to a new planet and finding what's there and learning about the local culture and finding what conflicts they've got going on there. It's like the same idea as like a lone gunslinger wandering into some desert town in the Old West and
Or
sorting out some local
Samurai,
problem.
a Ronin.
You can do it anywhere, any context, whatever it is. It's the same basic principle.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got an
Like
idea.
Firefly.
The fucking Gray Jedi.
No, Firefly was
A
great.
Star Wars film that centers around a Jedi that left the council and he walks in the gray side of the Force, not on the light, not on the dark. So
There you go.
there's
He's like a
lot
Ronin.
of
He's like a Ronin
ambiguity.
Jedi. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be philosophical and deep. He'll do good things, but he'll also do things that are questionable because he's fucking flawed. Oh my God, I'm a genius.
Okay, that does actually sound interesting.
And you
I'm
just
not
call
gonna,
it-
not gonna
you
lie. I
just
like
call
where
it-
this is
Play
going.
with the whole idea.
call it
that,
the
like,
Grey.
the whole
Just call
conflict
it the
between
Grey.
The Gray,
I'll take it.
yes.
Let's have a B plot of just a fucking smuggler just doing shit.
Yeah. Like,
And then
yes,
they end
and
up
the
like
smuggler
being
is his
forced
road to
together by
redemption.
circumstance.
Yeah. So you got a
Yeah.
smuggler, you got a ambiguous Jedi.
Oh
Gender
my-
ambiguous, of course.
Oh, no, you don't, sir.
No, he's a super
Oh,
straight
no.
Jedi.
Oh no,
Jedi
you
is
do
super
not.
straight. He's into chicks, but he's also religious, and he's trying to deny his thirst for this hot fucking smuggler chick.
No.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
he's
the
a Grey,
smuggler's
if he's
a
a
chick.
Grey,
Who's got an OnlyFans on the go?
if
on the
he's a
side.
Grey, he's not worried
Starfan.
about. He's gonna crush Puss.
Is that
It has to
correct?
be
If
like
he's a Grey,
Well,
he's not
you-
going to be
here's the
conflicted
thing,
about
right?
that.
You could have three characters. Like
He gives
one is
into
the-
emotion.
One's the smuggler who is willing to do anything to get ahead. He's just completely selfish. You've got the Grey Jedi who's kind of in between, willing to do morally ambiguous things, but kind of wants to try and do the right thing. They're kind of torn on that middle path.
And he's also
You
a
could-
drunk.
And a drunk, yeah, of course.
Ooh, Then
And
you gotta have
could
someone
have
young.
like a very idealistic character who's very righteous, wants to do the best in every occasion. And so you've got the perfect balance between all three, and you've got a constant conflict between the three of them, and you give each character a chance to put forward their point of view.
Don't you
different
want somebody
perspectives
young
on every
though
situation.
to have the Grey try to teach the ways of the Force, or they kind of harass the Grey to like tell them about the Force? And
we'll have the idealistic one be that young person that he mentors or something.
be like an early teen or like mid-teen or something.
Yeah,
They save them from some village and they've got nowhere to go, so they keep them on the ship. They're like, "Go on, then you can fucking dick around with us then."
And then that person dies, and it leads him back to like the light side of the Force. What? No.
I like it. I like it. I'm doing the scene where the Jedi's like
instead of the Jedi showing that much emotion, it's like he holds it back. Because
he lets it out. He lets it out, and then it's like.
Is he gonna have a sort of sojourn through the dark side of the Force in this low time in his life?
There's got to be some shenanigans there.
Yeah.
Then at the end, Luke Skywalker chops a bunch of robots apart, just to make sure we have that side of the family.
What?
Then we hand it all off to Ryan Johnson.
You know what? Here's the idea. If you're gonna work in Luke Skywalker, like Luke Skywalker's like a throwaway plot. Like somehow Luke Skywalker comes in, they greet each other, and then that's it. They just leave and don't speak or see each other again.
But you could do the thing where like our characters are in a fucking a bar of some kind, and in the background you can just see like Luke Skywalker doing the shit that he does in New Hope, but it's just so casual and it's like not
Wolverine
even
in the bar, right?
You're like, oh my god, that's Luke Skywalker. Like, yeah, I know.
Hey Luke, do you want to join our fuck off? Okay, let's go.
Just milking some fucking massive alien there to get some green
God!
stuff.
You could have them. You could have them like meet dark side Jedi, light side Jedi.
You know what I was saying earlier with the Lord of the Rings about debauching things, right? That Luke Skywalker drinking the alien titty milk. That's what I meant, right? That's the kind of thing I meant. Like making whatever it is you love gross and humiliated.
Yeah.
Like drink that blue alien tit milk. Go on, drink, slurp it. Get all over your face. Oh, it's in your beard. Oh god. This is your fucking hero, Star Wars fans. Look at him slurp it. He's milking that alien tit. They're doing it on purpose because they fucking hate you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's my image for any time Eddie movie does something ridiculous?
I know, I love it. I love it every time. What the fuck?
This was the point I made, like talking about like Star Wars or basically any franchise. Like even when it comes to like the antagonists, they're no longer portrayed as worthy antagonists. They have to be comically inept.
Yeah.
So you've got like the First Order. You know.
Yeah.
If you go back to the original trilogy, the Empire were fucking dangerous, and they were generally led by pretty competent people. Yeah, they definitely made mistakes, and they had their share of losses, but like they were not stupid. But then you get to the sequel.
Vader killed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not as if it was gross incompetence. It was just something that either Vader didn't like or they got away, but it wasn't as if they couldn't chase them.
Yeah,
it was a harsh
with Vader, if he killed someone or he dished out a punishment, it was to make a point.
Remember, in total, right? Leia got tortured and watched her entire homeworld get destroyed. Han got tortured, frozen in carbonite, and sold to a fucking like slug. And then Luke got his hand chopped off and went through like. What I'm suggesting is Vader and the Empire. They meant business.
Yeah,
and then somebody puts the meme up on Twitter saying, "You show me somebody that's gone through more than this girl, and it has Rey."
I think Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers just had the perfect response where he just said, "The audience."
Dude, it's weird when like tackling TFA as a movie when you're like, you know what, in the opening scene where she gets punched by a random like guy, it's like that's like the most she ever takes in terms of damage.
Yeah,
like, some random guy punches her, and that's about it.
She gets, I think during the throne room fight, she gets like a neat little cut on her arm, just like a lightsaber just barely grazes her.
We got to give her cool scars. We wouldn't want to hurt her at all. You know?
That's what I call a comfortable injury. It's one of those ones that like it gives you a little.
Get while you're
like,
riding your bike as a kid.
Yeah, like it gives you a little scar or something, but it doesn't impede your physical abilities in
Well,
any way. Like Luke
that
gets
fucking-
like you say, gets his hand chopped off. Like that's a fucking horrible thing to happen
Your
to
hands
you.
chopped
it's
off. You
horrible.
find out the worst guy in the galaxy is your father.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
like,
Just
feel
having a
that
bad fucking day.
Gil, you got a
I mean-
boner for his sister. It's like, oh fuck.
What is it with the, who's the guy who gets the lightsaber up the back then he's just walking around afterwards? It's like, dude, you know, you would
Finn.
be in a wheelchair. Finn, yeah. You'd be in a wheelchair forever.
I was actually talking to Fringy about this the other day. It's like, you know, we talk about lost potential all the time, but you know how she just leaves when that happens to him, goes to find Luke and stuff?
Mhm.
Imagine he was like crippled and he could only be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And he just, like, next to him, he sees her. He's like, I got this injury for you. I lost the use of my legs for you. And you just fucking left me.
Well,
Like-
technically, when you think about it, they could reconstruct his spinal cord. I mean, they gave Luke a functional hand. We're
No,
still
he's not-
like
he's
putting
not rich
bent
enough.
pieces
They
of
can't.
metal on people's legs in our timeline.
Can't afford it.
You lost
They
your
got-
leg. Here's a bent piece of aluminum. Get walking.
That's the thing. He got put into like a jelly suit and then he was just fine. Like, it's another example of Ryan being like, nah, I don't want to do that, JJ. I want to do something else. Sorry. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
They could have at least did a surgery scene giving him a bionic back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we-
Or at least, at the very least, to show him struggling with this stuff.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Yeah,
he
the-
can't run as fast as he used to, or like, you know, he struggles with his balance or something like that. Like it
This
gives him a little
workout
bit
montage.
of character to
Literally
work from.
anything, please.
There was no sacrifice or suffering that came from such an awful injury. And it was
Yeah.
like, what's the point? Why bother?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was tiring because even when you first watch it, was just like, why isn't Kylo winning? And then he just slashes in the back and it's over. And you're like, oh, there we go. That makes sense.
But-
and then he gets beaten by Rey. And you're like,
But
oh.
then, like you say, they took something that was kind of heroic and kind of admirable about him in that first movie.
Yeah.
You know, he took that hit for Rey to try and defend her, and you think, okay, cool, that's something to build off. And then Ryan just turns it into a fucking joke. It's like, yeah, he's walking around in his gooey suit and he's squirting water all over the place. That's funny. Laugh. Fucking laugh at my movie.
Have him going right all the time. Like
Oh,
he went from like a friendship to just simping like crazy.
Yeah.
See, the problem is Disney didn't have us to brainstorm something actually good.
It really is. I'm not even joking.
I mean,
stand by that.
There's a reason why we're
they
not
had.
getting 3 Star Wars movies per year. That was probably going to be a plan at one point, and they just sort of, you know, TLJ destroyed it.
Yeah.
To be fair,
And so-
I'm not complaining about that because I really don't want 3 Star Wars movies a year.
You say that after you just said, "Yeah, give me an Indiana Jones movie where he dies." It's like,
Well,
you
Sargon
know.
wants to see Harrison Ford die again. That's all there is.
Well, I like Harrison Ford as an actor and everything. You know, it's just he should be playing 78-year-old men or whatever it is. Like, you know,
I think Harrison Ford should sit his ass down.
yeah.
He didn't want
Yeah,
to
he
be
just-
like Indy years ago when he could have. Don't be Indy now.
Yeah.
If this movie is going by the rumors and Indy gets killed and he gets replaced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, right? I just have to ask myself, why the fuck would Harrison Ford agree to this?
yeah,
Money.
Like, he clearly doesn't need the money at this point in his life and his career.
yeah, he
like-
held off doing anything with Han Solo for ages because he creatively thought Han Solo was a dead end.
Yeah, and you think, what? Like, no
Well, he
amount
does
of
have
money
kids
is going
that
to
are
be
younger,
worth that,
right?
surely, giving up your dignity to do something like this.
That's a
He's
really
got
good
younger
question.
kids.
Yeah, but they can't be all that badly off. I mean, come on.
Well,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
wants
he's-
to prove to his
he's-
kids he's still cool.
Bazillionaire. He's got to be.
Yeah, this dude
Hey.
has been in movies for like 40, 50 years.
Yeah,
like,
he's a
he's
legend.
been around the block. Like, he
Yeah,
must
but
have made
kids
tens
don't
of
give a
millions of
shit.
dollars.
He hasn't even been cancelled, so you know he's probably doing great.
I mean, look at Sargon of Akkad. I'm pretty sure there are people who think he's like a legend and have to have like wouldn't mind touching him. His kids probably think he sucks.
No, my kids think I'm great.
Not that great.
Oh,
Like,
they
yeah,
do.
you're great, Dad. You turn around and go, "Oh, my dad just left. What a goober." Now,
No,
if you
no,
don't
no,
agree
no,
with me,
no.
I'm blocking
My-
you.
Dad watches Korean movies with subtitles.
my son's only 6, so he's too young to be
Okay.
cynical. And so at the moment everything's fucking great. I'm basically the superhero
Well, you
of
wait
the
till
house
they're
as far as my son's
teenagers.
concerned.
You're gonna be
Well,
back
yeah,
on
you know,
YouTube
I'm not-
in no time.
You know, I'm worried about it, but you know, it's
The
You-
time
you
is coming.
struggle.
You'll be doing some shit you said you wouldn't do to prove how cool you are.
probably. I'm not gonna pretend that I won't be. You know, but at the moment everything's fucking perfect.
Yeah, the second I have a kid, the second they get to like the teenage years to start thinking I suck, guess who's coming back as an edgelord?
I can't even make any spicy jokes because fucking YouTube.
You can just don't tell them anything about your YouTube career and just let them try and make it on YouTube and then just totally fucking own them.
Incidentally,
I got 500,000 subscribers, bitch.
No. Instantly, that's why my daughter thinks I'm cool because, if we go out somewhere, it happens fairly regularly that someone who watches me recognizes me and comes and goes, "Oh, Sargon, I'm a huge fan, man," and then shakes my hand. And so my 12-year-old daughter, who was, "Oh, I want to be an Insta or TikTok influencer," she's like, "Oh my god, you're famous! Oh my god, you." And so I've got it made with my kids at the moment. It's great for now.
That's honestly amazing.
Hey, I'm not naming any names, but there are some YouTubers out there that if they had kids who found out about them, those kids would just be like, "Fucking hell!" Really?
I can think of a few, yeah.
The emancipation of
But yeah, so no, at the moment everything's groovy.
Can't wait to see the suggestions in chat of who I'm talking about. I'm not.
Yeah, they're gonna get there eventually. You have, if someone nails it, you have to tell them. You have to say, "Yeah, you're right."
Pretty sure everyone will nail it straight away. We'll see.
I'm checking chat for this.
Honestly, I think the only time I've been recognized was a fucking Amazon delivery driver.
Just imagine if DSP had kids.
Oh my fucking god!
This makes sense.
Yeah, it all comes together.
Since you bring it up, explain to me Darkside Phil, because I've heard the name so many times and I've never looked into him. What's his deal? What's going on?
Oh my god,
you've given an almost impossible task there.
Got to go all the way back to the beginning of YouTube. He was the genius who decided, whoa, I don't need to record the game through recording software. I can just put a camera on the TV. And because he did that so early, he actually got an audience because nobody else was really doing it. He was one of the first few. It took fucking ages to transfer over to recording software though, because he just thought that it was worse, I guess.
Here's how we go.
He's too lazy. He was too
it's
lazy.
More than that. DSP is lazy, but he's also shrewd. DSP was recording the fucking screen with a camcorder because he believed that was a good way to circumvent copyright so he could still make money off the videos. That's why he avoided direct capture for so fucking long. Had DSP just a little bit of common sense, he'd probably still be huge. DSP at one time was PewDiePie.
He was huge at one point.
Yeah. My friends used to watch Darkside Phil when we were kids.
Really?
I always thought he sucked.
How many subscribers are we talking here?
He's only 190.
It was relative,
yeah,
right?
He's got 190 subs, 193 subs.
But again, he was doing something that not barely anyone else could do because he had the right setup for it. But the thing is, everyone started to notice, wow, this guy is really bad at video games, and they started making fun of him. And then you found out that he had the most fragile ego in the history of human beings. So.
This is how you don't play Happen, because Phil shitted on one of his fans, who I think was Evil AJ. Phil has a history of shitting on fans. Yesterday, a Mexican YouTuber gave Phil 2,000 pesos in a super chat. Phil began to yell at him because he gave him the money as a super chat, and Phil needed the money now as a tip. The dude.
What happened?
Sorry,
there were two super chats. He sent him a 2,000 Mexican pesos super chat, and DSP literally said, "Thanks for the super chat at $200. That's basically what it equates to. Not what I needed right now because I can't use that money to the end of December. Really wanted tips." Because you're asking me to buy this game, and I can't buy this game.
And he won't put on the
super chat you give me won't clear till the end of December's YouTube. So I can't do it. But, this is why I'm asking for tips. So the guy sends another 1,000 Mexican pesos super chat. Yeah, sends another 1,000 one saying, how ungrateful can you be when I just sent you this super chat? And then DSP just goes off the handle, calling him all sorts of stuff, calling him a troll, deletes his fucking
super chat,
super chats from the top, bans the guy from his channel.
Oh, he's like fucking Hassan Piker.
He's like Hassan, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, sorry.
But DSP's worse than Hassan. I mean, DSP just is his own worst enemy. And the thing is, right, because recently, somebody got his bank details, So we could see everything that he's been spending his money on. And surprise, surprise, the guy who claims to live literally paycheck to paycheck is spending like thousands of dollars a month on mobile video games.
WWE champions.
Yeah, WWE champion, which people have known for a long time, but he's just denied and denied and denied. So even though he got outed, instead of coming clean, I'm a gambler. You know, I need to sort this out. It's plagued my life, and try to go down that route, which some people I think would appreciate. Yeah, he just decides to ignore it
for
just
a long
completely
time.
Ignore it, and now he's kind of backed himself into a corner because he's so fucking dumb at other things. Because he said he's had to hire a lawyer because of somebody going in and getting his details, which is costing him $1,500, but then claims that the stuff which people have seen is not legit. So it's like, no, you can't have it both ways, DSP. You can't say I've hired a lawyer because somebody stole my shit. Oh, by the way, the shit that they stole, that's not mine.
This dude has done it all. Like, he has made, was it like 400 grand? And he's blown it all on mobile games and booze and gambling.
Oh, Jesus.
He's been caught wanking on stream.
Yeah.
Which is just...
Yeah, he masturbated live on stream.
I am actually aware of that because I've seen the clip going around and I was thinking, fucking hell. And the thing is, all it made me think of, right, if I'm ever in my office and I'm having a wank, just make sure I've got everything off. Just fucking hell.
Just
no
that camera thing there.
No wanking in the office.
You guys, a lot of people were like, did he do it to try and regain some recognition?
No way.
He was too shocked by the way he realized the camera was on.
But he played it off real well.
The camera's still on. Oh.
Right?
Camera's on the whole time, huh?
Oh, yeah,
hello.
Camera's on the whole time. Hello.
And then right after that, drama alert covers it. DSP starts tweeting at Keem to do a drama alert. Keem doesn't reply.
Yeah.
Then we fast forward to now. DSP pretends like he never tried to be on drama alert or get in touch with Keemstar, which leads to a short-lived Twitter feud.
Well, whoa, Drake, hold on, before you carry on. This is because when somebody asked DSP on stream
about
what he thinks about Keem retiring, he went off on a tirade going, "Don't care about Keem. He's this, that, and the other.
He does
blah,
negative
blah, blah.
things.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I never did anything for drama alert to pay attention to." And I'm like, Phil, they talked about you jerking off, buddy. And then you emailed them like, "I'm ready to be on drama alert, Keem, if you want the real scoop."
What's he going to do? Show him fucking secret footage of him doing it? Like, what the fuck?
That would be my move.
Keem replied to him, just annihilated him, absolutely destroyed him. It's like, DSP, I'm retiring with fuck you money. And you're still begging for $20 and $10 tips every stream.
You've got to respect that with Keem, though, isn't it? It's like he's had his time, he's done his bit, he's made his money, and he's just said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
And I'd retire tomorrow if I had that money.
Yeah, if he's got the fuck you money, and if he hasn't got the drive to do it anymore, and he wants to spend time with family and whatever, do it. Do it. You only live once, unless you're a Buddhist. I guess
It's a young man's game, is YouTube.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fuck that one right off.
Yeah.
And some older gentlemen can get involved as well.
I always wondered who he was, and now I know.
There's so much to DSP that me and
There's
Ash could
deep
do like
lore,
an
is
8-hour stream and still not cover everything.
We could just go on. There's just no. The tip of the iceberg hasn't even been, licked.
Right.
You just got a face full of snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think with all this perpetual lying that he does, just like I'm like kind of like, how does he speak to his wife?
He's married.
They talk to.
Oh, he's married. Yeah, unbelievably. Though, I mean, that's a whole new story, dude. That's a whole other fucking story.
The marriage drama was this. Originally, the detractors thought DSP was paying for a hooker to come over every few months.
That's one way of describing a marriage.
Scam. But the detractors were right that DSP was flying a woman over.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, this is right after Panda Lee, which for DSP was a good get. I'll say this still. I think Panda Lee's attractive. She's just annoying as fuck. Like if Panda Lee was mute, I'd be all about it. But anyway.
Well, has anyone
If
got
you're
a
living
picture?
with
I want to see.
DSP, what would you be like?
I want to see.
Well, that's a good point.
I want to see.
So he's getting money. He's telling people like Panda Lee left. He's so lonely. He needs help. DSP was being a Twitch dot. He was like, you guys, it's like Christmas and I'm so alone and it's lonely and it's cold. He put up an Instagram photo of him in his house wearing like a thick sweater. You guys, I don't have
We need a
any money
DSP only
to pay
fans.
for the heater, So if you could donate.
There's already
Turns
a video
out-
on there.
The fans were paying for him to fly his girlfriend in. After a courtship of 6 months, we find out that DSP was stealing this girl from Subaru, man. So if you go into his chat and you ever talk about a Subaru, you will be immediately banned.
Yeah, I think it's a banned word. I think Subaru is a banned word. Yeah.
It is. So after a whirlwind romance of 6 months, DSP's taking her to meet his family, which he's telling all of us his parents are about to fucking die. You got
it's like 62.
I think I don't know. My dad is back, and my mom. They could go at any
They're
time.
getting old. They're they're in the 60s. They're getting really old now.
They're really aging. They want to meet Kat before it's too late. And I know the next time I see them, they'll probably be in a casket. So the fans pony up. The detractors are like, don't give DSP money. He's only going back to see his parents to marry Kat.
But whoa. Before he went, didn't he do I need to raise money for my taxes stream?
Yes. Master taxes stream. Oh my God, there's so many layers, bro. It's
It's amazing. The thing is, it's amazing what you can achieve when you've got absolutely no fucking self-respect.
Yes.
I mean, he just sounds like he's lurching from one catastrophe to another.
Oh, that's
Oh,
exactly.
that's DSP. Well done. Well, you got him. You got him in.
It's like this flailing between catastrophe and catastrophe. And for some reason, the audience is enabling this and keeping this weird thing afloat. It's like, okay.
This is the thing, right? If I got to the point where I was having to beg people to get enough money from a stream or whatever to just get through the month, I'd be like, nah, fuck it. I'm done with this. I need to move on to something else.
Yeah, you have integrity. How dare you?
But his begging is nutting him around $13,000 a month.
That's good money.
That's not bad.
And yet he's saying that that's not enough. He needs
his
that's not enough
expenses
to
are
pay his bills.
$10,000 a month.
Yeah, it was I think it said something like $9,000 a month is what he needs. But when his bank details got doxed, his last YouTube was $13,000 or something. His last YouTube payment. And this guy was he's literally the last couple of days. You need to go back to that other story though, Gundam. Literally the last couple of days, he said that he needs to raise $800 over the weekend to pay his internet bill and something else.
Oh, you have to also give him money to go out with Kat on his day off for dinner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget
on his day off. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good video. The down the rabbit hole.
Down the rabbit hole series is fucking brilliant.
Right, I'll have to check that out. So I'm curious now because this is interesting now.
If you get into
run the DSP
you gotta
thing.
then check out Wings of Redemption after that. If you check
that genuinely
that's
made me feel sad, and it made me feel kind of scared. Doing this YouTube thing, I was like, Christ, if I end up like Wings,
no,
I have reached a low point in life.
No disrespect to Wings, but you have to be an absolutely crushingly depressed on medication. Plus hating yourself, hating your life, hating everything.
This is a guy who's regularly crying on streams and just saying how much he hates his life, and literally all he has is playing online video games with people who fucking hate him and just want to mock him.
Doing it. And he hates playing the video games.
You gotta save yourself nightmare for off screen.
The famous Wings quote where he's crying and he just says, "This is my life. I wake up, I'm fat, and I get kicked."
Oh God.
Yeah, but Gundam, finish that. Finish
All
the
right,
taxes to Cat story.
So DSP flies out to see his family. The detractors are like, Phil's gonna get married.
Hold on. How much did he raise on the tax stream?
Oh my god, I can't remember. Do you
I
remember?
think it's like $5,000.
No, he didn't get
Shit.
5,000. He missed the goal. It's like something like 2. He got
No,
like
I think
2.
the goal was 17,000,
Oh my god.
and he hit 5
It's amazing how much you can block out.
over the weeks. It was like a tax week of streams, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was telling everyone if he doesn't get the money, he's fucked. And the detractors are like, oh, he won't get the money and he'll be fine. Wait and see.
And he got 5. He got 5K.
And he it pretends like it's a great triumph. He goes to see his parents. Right before he goes to see his parents, people are like, Phil, why don't you take this money and just marry Kat since you love her? Phil looks into the camera and he goes, I don't have money to do it. 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 He goes out to see his parents, comes back. I have big news, you guys. I got married. Everyone loses their shit. And they're like, Phil, what about the money? Oh, the wedding was free. My parents paid for it. And they gave me the rest of the money I needed for the taxes. Everything's great. Then, like he says, my mom and I discussed a 10-year plan
Oh,
where DSP was going to
10-year
leave
plan.
the internet.
mention a 10-year plan to DSP today. Get
Oh,
banned.
you get banned. Then after
Right.
that, we had the reveal of Jasper's stream
Oh,
where everybody's like, Phil's like, I have one more little secret to tell you guys right after the wedding.
but
I'm
you've
not gonna
got
tell
to
you.
you gotta donate over $1,000 for me to reveal it.
And
Oh,
everyone's like, oh my God,
fuck's
Phil
sake.
has a kid. And he's like, no, I don't have a kid, you fucking idiots. And then
Oh,
someone
the
goes, Phil
Spoonie
has
one.
a cat. Phil goes, I don't have a cat.
I don't have a
Does-
cat.
Does the stream and literally pulls out a fucking cat. And he's like, I'd like you guys to meet a
Whoa,
family
whoa,
member,
whoa,
you
whoa,
guys.
whoa, whoa. He went
Right.
to stream. There was
Yes.
a donator called shit. What were they called?
Simpy McSimperton.
Yeah, let's just call them simply. They had donated $1,000 like early,
Yeah, DSP knew
and
the money
Phil
was
did
coming.
not reveal this donation.
That's true.
So
The
he
sneaky
made his
grab.
audience donate and donate until they hit the 1,000. Then he went, I just had another donation
The
of
last minute donator.
$1,000.
It's like a never-ending fucking telemarketer where fucking Darkside Phil is Jerry Lewis and he's a fucking kid with muscular dystrophy.
Well, what's his Twitter account? What's his fucking Twitter account?
My name is DSP.
They call me DSP, maybe?
They call me DSP. Yeah,
It's DSP Twitter.
they call me DSP.
The immortal DSP. He hasn't
He's
blocked
only
me
got
yet by some
26,000
miracle.
followers, right?
Yes,
The king
That
of
is a man in decline, I
the
would
king
say.
of hate.
The one you
He's 40 going on 76.
right.
I've
Well, the
never
one that
seen,
kind of
he's the
reference,
oldest looking 40-year-old I've ever seen in my life.
I love DSP. He's great. Remember that one time he said he could beat Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he said he could beat Mike Tyson in a fight.
Why?
That's like
What
that's
the-
like when Cenk Uygur said he could beat the shit out of Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
It's like he's a fucking highly trained MMA fighter, dude. You're a fucking fat political pundit. Like he's like 50 years old. The fuck
Joe
are
Rogan-
you gonna do?
boulder
Dude.
him over. Done.
For real, I could beat Joe Rogan if he was already dead or in a coma. You know? I just run up and start hitting him in the head after he's hit by a car.
got him.
Chat
Yeah, sorry,
referencing,
MauLer, what were you gonna say there?
referencing Spoonie. It makes me sad. That's an internet story.
Oh, God,
man,
Spoonie.
yeah. I used to like Spoonie back in the day, but
I used to
Yeah.
love his D&D discussions and stories. They're
The
so
last
good.
time I saw Spoonie, he was on Twitter. This woman had left him. It was right around Christmas. Spoonie was real depressed. He went to like a mall and got into a fight with a Christmas tree. It was probably the greatest tweet I ever read in my life.
Come on, we've all been there.
Man,
Yeah.
Short Fat Taku keeps sending me like Spoonie updates whenever like the no it's saddening. It's like he'll send me like, oh, here's the latest like suicidal tweet of Spoonie. I'm like, dude, I don't want
Yeah.
to watch this man destroy himself and fall apart in real time. I don't want to watch it, Dad.
Sooney's suicide watch. I can't say
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, look, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh no,
Literally,
no.
yeah, see, I used to watch his scripted stuff, like, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it back in the day. Like, some of his videos were fucking great. And then, like, just out of interest, I tuned into like an upload of like a live stream he did, and it was just the saddest, most tragic thing ever. Like,
Yeah,
just
he's in silence, just
like
playing this video.
Yeah, like 5 or 10 minutes of fucking nothing, and then he'd be like, "Oh God, I'm so tired."
Well, just to Sargon's point there, like his tweet from November 4th, literally today, I have never felt so hopeless and alone.
Oh, fuck, you see what I mean? It's Spoony, just fucking get
The difference
outside.
between me and Spoonie is I know how to keep this shit to myself. You know, off a stream, I'm loading a gun, looking at it. Today might be the day. Oh wait, hold on. Drunker just texted me. Shit.
Yeah, where the fuck are you, Gundam?
Yeah.
Time to get on. Laughs a minute, everybody.
All right, I hate to do this, lads, but I'm going to have to go because I've got to work tomorrow.
We'll have to
No,
do this
yeah.
again, Sargon.
No,
dude.
Check
This
you
is-
out being all like boring and like sensible and like having a plan.
I know.
God damn. Like,
I know it's terrible, but I have to. And the good part about having to do things, you don't have a fucking choice. So yeah, Gundam. It's a Gundam on Instagram, right?
My Instagram is basically me painting shit. It's the most wholesome
Dude,
thing ever. You don't need any of that.
That's what my Instagram is. But basically, follow me on Instagram so I can DM you. 'Cause I'm
All
not on
right, I'm
Twitter,
gonna hunt
obviously.
you down.
Yeah, just like let me check actually. What am I? Carl Benjamin 100, right? But yeah, I am following you, so follow me back so I can DM you because I'd love to just hang out and have a chat again.
You got
This
it.
has been awesome. Oh, dude, that's awesome. But Heels as well. What's your Instagram? Assuming you have one.
Heel_versus_babyface.
Ah, yeah.
Easy
And
to
again,
remember.
that's just me putting up fucking pictures of my 1:6 scale models.
No. The good thing about Instagram is that I'm on it and I can DM people. So follow me on
that's
Instagram.
right. You probably aren't allowed on Twitter.
No, I'm not allowed on Twitter. Too much, insulting people. But anyway, this has been a blast, guys. Thanks a lot for having me on Drinker and MauLer. This has been great.
thank you, Sargon. It's been a total pleasure
Yeah, it's
having
been
you
good
on.
fun, man. You were great. It's a great.
Speak
fun.
to you
on
later, guys.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We'll always have Army of Darkness. So
Yeah. It's the Cope movie. You just come back to it and hug it. Like,
Is it
Yeah,
just
it's-
does that feel like a normal conversation?
Yes.
yeah.
now what do we do?
Well, I mean,
no.
I would. I might
Talk
suggest that
virtuously.
there's a few super chats there, like probably a few hundred.
Fine,
but,
let's see what people in chat are saying. Go on.
All right,
Oh,
so I've
PSP,
got-
I hope you're not watching.
Yeah,
I do.
Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Wings of Redemption. Sorry, Spoonie.
Hang in there, Spoon.
Yeah.
Don't self delete.
Yeah, you can make it. So RRTNZ said, "Hail booze drinking Baron of Books. Cheers Sargon, Az and Co. Sending this early as I'll be working when the stream starts. Enjoy Guy Fawkes and have a pint on me. P.S. Watch The Guard. You'll thank me later."
I've seen that.
Is it good? Is it worth it?
It's entertaining. I can't remember how good it is. Though. Brendan Gleeson is the main character in that, right?
Oh,
Mark Strong's in it too. I remember liking it. I don't want to say it's great or anything, but I'm sure it would be fun as fuck to have with some drinks.
what did we watch yesterday, MauLer?
We saw The Guilty.
Yeah, The Guilty. That was good.
Fully recommend. So that's another pretty brand new film. I think it's either 2020 or
2021. I think.
oh, it could be 2021. Yeah, but
2021.
Who's in that?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
And you know what? The less said, the better. Just fucking watch it. It's good shit.
Okay. Fair dues. Feral Iron Mega says, "Hail Drinker and you supernaturally gifted bastard. With Az and Sargon on, make sure to talk about Warhammer 40k.
Oh,
We didn't even talk about 40k with Sargon. God damn it.
Well,
sorry.
I have to bring him back on now. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have to do it.
Sargon, come back.
You're gonna have to
I'll announce
forget those responsibilities.
as chats featuring Sargon of Akkad. What are they going to talk about? Warhammer.
Yeah. How'd you feel about those female space marines, Az?
Yeah. They all got white hair. So they're nice. They're
As long as
pretty.
it's shaved down one side, then it'll be
Heyo.
great. What was he saying here as well? Sorry, I missed the stream. I'll catch it later on replay. Some money for Tatiana's G-string. Thank you. I'll make sure that money's well spent.
Tatiana sounds hot.
She is, yeah. She has her moments. When I let her out of her cage, she's a fucking banging, man.
Oh, for a second I thought it was a real chick. I'm like, oh man, I knew Drunkard had something hot going on.
Well, what can I say? Use your imagination, my friend. Stephen Lanuto says, a team we truly need. Papa Gundam and his tome of Sonichi. Drinker and his drunken rant foo. Sargon screaming, Sargon based. As shrieks that Firehawk dogs and MauLer's comedic pauses. I want in. I mean, who wouldn't? We've got the A team tonight. Like,
we can single-handedly save Disney. All they have to do is make a call.
Yeah.
We're here, Disney. We just come up with a fucking life-saving idea for you.
I love this idea about the gray. By the way, I've
been thinking about this for weeks.
Literally,
you should do a video, Gundam. You should do a video about it.
Gundam, that's longer than JJ thought about the entire sequel trilogy.
I came up with this in literally minutes.
Yeah, it's like scrawled on the back of a beer mat.
Well, to be fair, I didn't watch A New Hope and then think, now I have my theme.
McQueen.
Unhinged says, the drinker is going live. What's this white goo in my pants?
Oh,
yeah.
We don't blame you for getting excited. Uber Geek says, look, Dwayne Johnson is saving us all. No more guns on his film set.
Yes.
Wait,
that's
what?
neither so stunning or so brave, and just very Rain Man with it, the smarts.
I did a breaking news, and I said Dwayne Johnson's replacing all guns on his movie sets with rubber dildos.
For a second, I thought it was real.
No, it's true. They're not using real guns anymore. They're going to be using rubber guns.
Yeah, so they'll put in the gun effects in post.
Which will look shite.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, I guess if I was him, I'd be worried about dying, too. He's got so much to live for.
Just don't get behind the camera and you're fine.
I honestly, like, think about the number of firearms-related deaths there have been on movie sets in the past, 50, 60, 70 years. It's you can count on one hand.
Brandon Lee, Alec Baldwin, I'm blanking.
That's the same with me. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
Blanking? Wow, how inappropriate.
Whoa.
They didn't blank, though, did they?
If only.
Yeah, if you count for every single time a gun has been fired versus every time someone's been injured on sets, it's like that percentage is going to be fucking staggeringly low. Probably lower than like car accidents and stuff, right?
Oh, way lower. Yeah. This would be like the chances of getting struck by lightning and killed.
Yeah.
I think a Tesla's run over more people in the last month than there's been like film accidents.
We could have mobs and the mobs.
You're more likely to get killed on the set of Batwoman than you are to get killed with a firearm
That is
prop.
so true.
That is actually statistically true, I think, because of how
Damn, yeah, it sucks. Like, because there's something about like when guns are fired, like the whole movement of it, it's gonna like, the recoil, it's gonna move your entire arm, your whole body. Mm-hmm. When you don't have that, when you just have someone going pew pew pew, like what the fuck? That's not gonna.
What if it's not the right rubber and they like put the gun up and it's just like.
When you did that, it felt like you were referencing the fact that, remember in TLJ, Holdo would literally say pew when she was firing a gun. And apparently they had to like cut around it because she was ruining it.
And everyone keeps acting like that was so fucking endearing and cool. It's like, no, that's just really stupid.
Just ruining it.
I think she actually
killed the whole rebel force. Fucker.
Pew. That sounded like a cat's meow.
I got purple hair and stink of cat piss.
I live in a loft apartment with 6 other people. I hate my life.
Yeah, we eat ramen every day.
Has anybody else noticed like the YouTube ads now have a bunch of celebrities selling you shit? Like Matt Damon is selling me cryptocurrency. The Rock is selling me a fucking Samsung TV. Brie Larson's selling me a car. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Shut up, Brie.
Stop shilling. God
fucking find a normal person to sell me something. I feel better when I don't know who it is. Yeah.
Cannon Falderall says, "Hail drinker, let the bourbon and philosophy flow." Yeah, we've definitely had philosophy from Sargon at least. Alexander says, "Hey drinker and MauLer and others, have you seen Morbius trailer? I think it has more potential than Disney schlock and they've been pumping out lately. Or sorry, that they've been pumping out lately." I haven't seen Morbius.
It's good.
I
Looks-
saw the
looks
trailer.
good.
I'm
Interesting trailer, yeah.
indifferent.
Well,
There
there you
it
go.
is. Oh well.
No, and Sony are doing that, not Marvel.
Sony are
That's
getting their own universe running. Siphoned it off of the MCU into their own thing. They're just like, this is us now.
Don't blame them in the slightest.
Absolutely. It makes total sense, of course.
You know, the thing that bothers me is how they have Venom without Spider-Man.
But somebody just sent a statistic on Twitter. There have been 80 deaths in the past 20 years related to cattle in the UK.
Oh, no. We're going to
So-
ban cattle.
We can
Fucking
only think of
cows.
Brandon Lee and this poor camera woman.
That's the thing, man. Like, it gets completely overblown, and everyone's celebrating the idea that no more ever guns on set. Just like, guys, I don't think that was the problem. I think it was just people not doing their fucking jobs.
Well, where
Yeah,
does
maybe
this
you
stop
don't
as
have
well?
nepotism.
Like, you know, say you do, you know, a movie that's got lots of driving stunts in it, and someone gets injured or killed during one of those stunts.
Which
what, you're gonna
happens
get,
way more
You're going to
than
do away
that.
with cars now.
Yeah,
In
we're gonna have
movies.
rubber cars.
Mad
Now
Max
you're
2.
gonna have CGI cars.
Mad Max 2 has like a guy flip forward while falling out of a car and stuff, and it's like it wasn't supposed to do that when they were filming, and he like broke both of his legs, but it's amazing. Like it looks
Yeah.
amazing. And it's like they didn't ban cars or stunts after doing that. It was just a matter of it didn't go right, unfortunately.
I think
but
I'd rather
cars
be
aren't
shot.
in the Second Amendment.
They should be.
Everyone has a right to bear cars.
Yeah.
What was the next one? Sis115 DK says, Drinker, is this Azzy's post-Batwoman therapy session?
It's helped. It's really helped, I'll tell you that.
Chucksenhausen says, love these happy hours. Can't wait for the new year when you guys do the happy hour for Cobra Kai Never Die Season 4. It'll be the most legendary. I'm sure it will.
Fuck, if we got to talk about that, I'll have to just bang through the entire show to be able to catch up.
Have you seen any of it?
I have not.
Oh, you need to watch Cobra Kai, man. I think you'll really enjoy it. Even if you don't care that much about the Karate Kid movies, you'll still have a laugh with it.
Do you how many Karate Kid movies would you need to have seen? Because obviously I've seen the first one. I just don't think I've seen
I think
the
the
rest.
first one's all you need to see.
If you watch
the first
all,
one.
If you watch 3, though, if you watch all 3, you'll have a much broader.
With the latest season, they reference Karate Kid 2 a little bit. So it might help you if you watch that. But really, you can get away with the first one.
How's it looking, by the way? Because I know season 1, everyone loves it. How's 2 and 3?
Season 2 was a bit rough. I think they tried to focus too much on the younger characters. Season 3, they got back to like Johnny and Daniel. That was like the really core of the story. So yeah, they kind of learned from their mistakes there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but genuinely, it's how you, if you're going to do like a modern reboot or a remake or a continuation, that is probably the benchmark for how you do it. Like, you're respectful to the original, but you move it in new directions, and you're able to have fun with it as well. Like, you can have a bit of playful fun with the characters without destroying them or mocking them or whatever. Yeah, it's a tough balancing act, but the Cobra Kai does it great. Non-Vitae Rex says, when it comes to poorly filmed fight scenes, which is worse, shaky cam or constant cutting?
Oh, I hate both.
Oh god. See, because the worst of both of them is horrible. So, like, I don't know which one I hate more. Because, with shaky cam, I also expect it's so that it's really, like, close. So you can just see a body sort of moving, and you're like, I have no idea what's happening. But when you cut it over and over and over and over and over again, you have no idea where anyone is.
Yeah. I think, like, I would rather have a longer continuous shot with shaky cam than constant cuts. Because it just disconnects you from what's going on. It's still a shit choice to make, but if
I hate them both.
Yeah. Shaky cam is just Michael Bay movies to a T.
I don't know why we don't rip off like the classic 80s Hong Kong fight movies.
Because they're harder to make on them.
Yeah, they take real commitment.
Sorry.
That's why they can't be bothered to do it. It's too hard.
What a stupid question on my part.
But
they can,
it's
like,
weird
find a
because
way
when you
to
watch
motivate
something like The Raid, when you've got incredible fight scenes that are well choreographed by guys who actually know how to fight, you're like, holy shit, this is just incredible.
If they can find a way to automate anything, and by that I include sending it off to the CGI artist, they will do it these days. Like anything they can, because they're CGIing people, right? Like we're gonna get to the point where it's just green, and then they send it off to the CGI people. Make a movie, go.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
That's when we'll beg for the day, like for this era. Like, please, at least we had people on screen.
Oh God, another
That's what we were
dystopian
used to.
nightmare to think about.
Chef McD says, my four favorite Brits hail from the other side of the pond. Thank you. Alexander says, Drinker, where's the Irish representation? Get a diversity hire from Tatiana's co-workers or something. Love the accents, so interesting and distinct.
Told you.
That's it. Like, Gundam, you're here to provide a bit of flavor.
The one American accent.
Yeah.
Gundam, do your best
It's like,
Irish.
wait, is
My
this like
best
American
Irish.
tokenism?
Everything I do that's like an accent is called offensive when it comes to over the sea.
You can make fun of Irish people; they're white. It's fine.
Oh yeah, shit!
Yeah.
I just realized it was just a British Isles stream for one part.
It really was. Yeah.
Wow.
I
We
came
needed
in
an
with the power
Irishman,
of
though. We didn't have
America.
one.
See, I don't know why I'm not more of a diversity hire being Welsh. You never find Welsh YouTubers. There's like,
It's because you don't have a Welsh accent. That's why.
Nah.
what are you talking about? I do.
No, yeah, I do have a Welsh accent. What are you talking
I
about?
love the Welsh accent. I do.
I do.
What's great in it, bet? Fuck you up. Oh, boys, what are we doing today?
Oh boy, oh.
I'm learning. so
Gundam's
much.
just sitting here like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I'm like
That's the-
paying
that's the thing,
attention
man.
because the only accent I know is like old British Cockney. It's long gone. Hey, what's this problem, isn't it? Come on, governor, we got a spot a team, mate.
I blame Dick Van Dyke.
Weekend Warriors is the same thing. That's like the voice people use.
See, I'm ready for Pirates of the Caribbean.
The all-female one.
Bleeding hell, it's Jack Sparrow, and he's touching a woman inappropriately, mate.
Go blimey, governor.
Oh, show me shoes, Gavda.
3 shillings and 6 pence.
sir. If you do it for a couple of shekels, I'll do it for you,
So
sir.
basically, my British is like a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
It's old Ebenezer. He's got a Christmas goose, he does.
Hey, sir,
So-
can I get a bit of that goose? Could I
So,
have a
so
face?
like, when you hear like Az and MauLer and Sargon all talking, do you just hear like the same accent, basically?
No,
It's
like I
the-
hear they have all different accents, but I can't emulate it. It
Right,
all becomes
okay.
one. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm your average
Well-
American.
Work on the Irish, and then we can have the full set. That's all we got to do.
I
watch
wanted to
Star
get
Trek.
I wanted to get Dave Cullen in from
Yeah.
Computing Forever, but I do not fucking know how to get in touch with this guy. Like, he doesn't have an email, he doesn't have a Patreon or anything. So if
Try
there's someone out there,
Try a pigeon. They oh my-
Carrier
Yeah.
pigeon.
Carry a pigeon.
I'm gonna wander the valleys, just like calling his name, like, Dave.
You're gonna walk the earth.
Mr. Cullen.
Nerf! Nerf!
Carrier, wear a fur coat
Papa
while you do it,
Lazarou
like a fur
turns
cape.
up.
Yeah, hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave. You're my wife now.
Fuck. Marksman of 117 says, have you seen the poster for the old World War II movie? Come and see. It's one hell of a watch. As you can pass on this one. Enjoy, you guys. Go away now. Yes, I've heard that one is absolutely fucking brutal. It's like a Russian World War II movie, like partisans and stuff. And like basically it's just 2 hours of people getting executed and tortured and stuff. But yeah, it's
it's
meant to
Twitter.
be pretty hard hitting.
It's Twitter.
Yeah. Deleted Scenes says, hail Drinker, Az, MauLer, Sargon, and whoever may join later. That'll be Gundam. And chat, listening in from the roads. I hope everyone is safe and healthy. Keep the faith. Thank you. Tyler Turner, Drinker has the Scottish representation in Eternals, literally saved your life and Scottish kids all over the world. It really did. I've been waiting for decades to see myself on screen, and now I finally have.
Oh. Probably should
It's
say.
the
Probably shouldn't
worst
say
you may as
possible
well.
context for it.
I can't. It'd ruin the film and cause
Ah.
lots of Scots to self-delete.
Yeah. That movie is going to save me. Nothing else can.
Do
Chucksenhausen
you
says...
want to know? Do you want to know in chat? I'll put it in private chat.
All right, let me
All right.
look.
And then I'll just blurt it out like an asshole. He's typing.
Oh, he does.
Wait a minute, I'm out of the loop. What are we talking about?
You're so triggered by this.
We're
you
talking
forgot.
about Marsden, Richard Marsden's, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Character in Eternals.
And what he's mentioned in chat, it's very funny from what I've heard.
Now I might have to see it.
Yeah, it'd be worth it for that. Fucking hell, this is our lot in life as Scottish people. We are.
By the way, chat,
We're so fucking miserable. We just have to do ourselves
he
away.
eats a battered Mars bar. That's what we're referring to.
Yes.
No, this is the thing, right? There's something about the Scottish character that is miserable. And I'll tell you why, right? You go to an American and you ask, hey, how you doing today? And they'll be like, I'm fucking fantastic. How are you? And you think, yeah, great, I'm having a good day too. You ask a Scottish person how they're getting on, and they'll be like, I am doing away, son. Like, literally, I'm counting down the days till I fucking die. That's the best you can get from a Scottish guy.
I'm Scottish.
Yeah, what more can you say?
Gundam's found his race at last.
It's time to move me,
Gundam's
boy.
found his people.
Race.
He's found his people. This is where I belong.
Finally, a place where I can get on with my life.
Well, for a little bit, anyway.
You can just be happily miserable in Scotland. It's fantastic.
I'll find a miserable girl. We'll have some miserable kids. It'll be a good old time.
Miserableness is relative. He needs to find a people that are more miserable than him so that he can feel better.
Isn't it called a miserableism?
Miserablism, yes.
Miserable porn. That's what it is.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Misery porn.
Wings of Redemption.
Yeah.
Miserable porn.
Just watching him eating one of his fucking TV dinners, like.
One of the things about Spoonie that's really funny is, do you guys ever see the clip where people are asking him about his new videos and stuff? This is back when he.
All right, I need a link.
And he's like, he just says like, everyone, stop asking me about my videos. They're in the render queue. Damn it.
Spoonie sounds interesting.
I need to watch the Down the Rabbit Hole about Spoonie.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, it's a pretty good summary of what went on.
What you need to watch is like the Chris Chan documentary that's 58 parts long or some crazy shit. I watched it all damn near twice.
What?
Working on a video that I have still not done because I don't know how I could tackle it and not be like banned.
No,
impossible. Did Down the Rabbit Hole not do Quentin reviews as well? Or am I thinking of someone else who covered him?
Well, shit, tons of people covered Quentin when he did the whole like Ben Shapiro shouldn't be humanized.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all the other comments he made. He's well, you know what? He's doing great. He did a full breakdown of iCarly, something that we've all been waiting for.
The world needs more of that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Gonna have to Google this.
Quentin is all right, I'm sure.
Chucksenhausen says.
Sitcom.
Yeah, he did it. See, he did it in grand total, by the way. It's like an 8-hour video on iCarly. It's like, yeah, I can't talk about Star Wars for that long, but you can talk about iCarly.
God, this looks worse than Chris Chan.
Yeah, he's lived the life, that guy.
A legend.
Maybe two.
So this dude watched iCarly the entire series.
He's not only, I think he watched it more than once.
Wow.
You got it. Well, Gundam, tell me what is more tempting to you than anything ever? Is it not Quentin reviewing every episode of iCarly over 5 hours?
Or?
I've never watched Quentin reviews. The only time I've ever seen him is when Jay Longbone rips the shit out of him on Twitter.
Dude, that was the first video I saw of Jay Longbone was her ripping into the Quentin reviews. It was that was good shit. I was like, this lady, gotta get her on EFAP.
Yeah. And she'll be on Friday Night Tights tomorrow.
Hey, nice. I'll do a few more super chats because I don't think we're going to get through them all tonight somehow. Chucksenhausen. Yeah. Non-Vitae Rex, I hate the constant cutting in fight scenes. It covers up bad fighters so much. Think Tara and Amanda from Cobra Kai. They're shit. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that one. I guess that's how you cover up people that don't know how to do choreography. Projects Done Poorly says, Sargon, big fan of Lotus Eaters, and I got an idea of how to make a book on dadism. Maybe I'll make a video about it and post it on your website. Well, there you go. Connecting people and all that. Offer Nave says, MauLer, you have 400,000 subs. Contact Duke Ray Scott's agent and get him on the EFAT Batwoman Season 3 walkthrough.
Yes!
Dude, I wonder about that sometimes. Like, the combined might of several YouTube channels, maybe even putting money together. It's like, could we get people like Duke Ray Scott to just come on and talk about Batwoman as a show?
I think if you paid him enough, you could get him there.
MauLer, I am here to lend you my support.
Just, because like we talk about like, oh, we don't really want to get like all the stars. It's like I really want to get him on and just be
I'd
like,
love to have Duke Ray Scott on.
Talk us through your thought process for signing up for this fucking show.
That's the thing, man. I would want to let him know ahead of time. It's like, trust me, we think it was shit too. Just say whatever you want. Like,
I reckon he was sold a bill of goods. I swear to God, they would be like, we're gonna do this like Batwoman show. It's like, part of the Bat family. It's gonna be massive.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be like the biggest thing we've done on the CW because it's the Bat family. And he's there like, okay, yeah. We want you to be her dad,
the commander of the Crows.
And she's like in conflict with you, so you're always present. You know what I mean? Good representation on screen.
Well, imagine they told him, like, as long as it reaches some moderate success, we might even get you a spin-off show for you where you can just be Commander Crow. And it'll be huge. Look at Iron Man. You'll be the next Iron Man.
You'll be the next Wolverine. Ooh, sorry, it's too soon.
This is the thing. Like, his two biggest career decisions, like the he regrets, will be like not taking Wolverine and fucking taking this.
Oh my God.
It's so dude, you could see that on his face throughout both seasons. He's just sad.
He didn't. Season 2, he did not give a fuck anywhere.
Well, apparently after season 1, he'd spoken to his agent about how he could get out of the show, and his agent apparently said, "I don't know, break your neck."
What a great agent!
Yeah,
Mr. Scott, you signed the contract. I can't help you.
Fucking sold a bill of goods, that man.
Yeah, that's tragic. It really is. What's the next one? Silo 101 says, MauLer, what happened to Squid Super Chat catch up?
Oh, so Wednesday we had conflict of scheduling, which Drink will be aware of. We'd planned to watch a recording Free Fat movies, so it clashed, and then so that was 3 hours after the normal start, and then Fringy had to go. I think it could be either work or he had to go out for something. So basically, we couldn't fit in a catch up stream, but we'll catch up. We will.
No worries. J. Aaron Pacas says Terminator Dark Fate 2 Darker F8 trailer just dropped. Yeah.
Darker
Fate.
I want to see that movie. Ryan Everly gave me $2. Thanks, man. Camembert Run says MCU ran out of decent characters after Endgame and are too crowded. Too cowardly to bring back the Defenders. Daredevil should have set a benchmark, not a cast off. Yeah, Daredevil was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, dude, everyone only has good things to say about it. And as I often want to remind people, it's like, don't get him back for the MCU. They're going to make it really bad.
Yeah. But imagine if they did a good job with it. Imagine he got his own movie with like Wilson Fisk as, Vincent D'Onofrio as the antagonist. Like, you could do amazing things with that.
But who's writing it?
Yeah.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah. So do it.
Zoe Quinn. Don't get it behind the camera, though. Fucking hell.
Rangi says, Sargon makes an interesting guest to this type of thing, probably because he isn't generally involved with pop culture stuff outside of perspective. Yeah, we kind of had to explain like everything to him.
It's funny, every single thing we bring him, he's like, okay, Gundam, explain this to me.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, so you want me to tell you the Lord of the Rings essentially in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Look,
Lots of
he
elves.
made his position clear. No dicks going up Frodo's bum. That's what he
I
wants.
agree.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think the general
That's a
consensus
pretty
was
reasonable position.
contemporary stuff was bollocks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to explain the MCU to Sargon in like a concise way. Fucking hell, that was a challenge.
You gotta
Try
explain
DSP.
MCU, DSP. We didn't even touch Christian. I was waiting for the Christian stories.
I don't know how long you've had this setup, Drinker, this view, but I like your casting couch. It's very cute.
Oh yeah. That's where Tatiana became became part of my crew. Yeah, thank you. That couch, like, it looks, because it's like brown, it looks like shit, but like it's the most comfy thing ever. That's why I've never gotten rid of it. Yeah, like it reclines and everything. Yeah, I love that. Anyway, Seven Harry Lime says, MauLer, you're the best Bond villain voice ever. Even if Disney got his house in order, would there have been a worse way to do Phase 4 without Cap, etc.?
Oh, wait, so is the question, could they have done worse than what they've got?
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess so. It can always be worse, but like this was catastrophic. If that's the question. Like, seriously, it's Loki, man. The rest of the things we can kind of move past, but Loki just fucks everything forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think-
Kang did it.
Kang did it
As
all.
much as Falcon and the Winter Soldier was pandering and it was about lecturing us, like, it ultimately just brought things exactly back to where they were right at the beginning of the season. Like, nothing fucking happened in it. Kind of the same with WandaVision. Like, she basically just went on her way and that was it.
Yeah. But now
yeah.
she's got supery dupery powers
Yeah.
granted by the vagina of
And all those people
Akkad.
all those people that she enslaved and tortured for like weeks on end, they'll never know what she sacrificed for them.
Oh, fuck off.
yeah, Monica Rambeau, go fuck yourself.
Ah, jeez.
I didn't
Thank you.
see the show, and I hate it simply because it made Silver Surfer comics more expensive.
Yeah,
No.
I was like, haha, Silver Surfer number 1, 2, and 3 will be mine for only $1,000. And that dream's gone.
the quote I had to throw in my Black Widow video because of WandaVision, where she's captured the entire town, and he's like, "You got them all hostage," and she's like, "You're the one with the guns."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what?
Fucking touche, my lady.
You have thousands
Seriously,
of hostages.
I
bitch.
really want to meet the person who wrote that. I want to be like, what do you think you were achieving?
Stupidity. That's what they were fucking doing.
Oh, you could have literally had him respond with like, "What?"
Now
Yes,
that
I
would have
have
been clever
tried
writing.
to stop you.
The response could have been, "Are you psychotic?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, she's gonna be in the Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
yeah, well, the guns.
Seriously, put her in prison, Jesus.
What if
Isn't
you
the
just
MCU
you
bringing
literally
back
have
the
all the
X-Men?
fucking hostages?
Play the High Note says, welcome back to Pop Culture Talk, Sargon, do more. We're going to get him to watch a movie at some point. I can guarantee it.
He had like a whole second channel at one point where he talks about movies and TV shows. He was reviewing like Walking Dead at one point. He dips his toe every once in a while.
Dragon
I'm pretty
Master
sure he
Outcast.
stopped. I'm sorry. I was going to say I'm pretty sure he stopped because Walking Dead. My God.
My
after the
God,
first
yeah.
Season, it's like you just nothing happens
Yeah.
forever.
They're making movies for that now, right?
They were going to, but I think the unspecified virus of unknown origin kind of held that up, and then they just kind of binned it because nobody fucking cared anymore. Like the ratings for Walking Dead are just in the toilet now.
When you say the unspecified virus of unknown origin, like, wait, Disney?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty bad too. The thing is, I got to the end of the Negan arc with like the war and stuff, and then just started the following season, and I just thought, fuck it, I don't care about this anymore. I don't care about any of the characters anymore. I'm done. And it's very rare that that's happened with a show that I've been part of for so long. I just didn't care anymore.
Yeah, man. Can you think of any long-time running shows that make it so you fucking hate your life while watching it that end really hard?
It's a struggle, Mama. This is something about games. I don't know. Yeah, that's just it didn't fall apart as spectacularly as Game of Thrones did. It was more just like death by 1,000 cunts.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way I can describe it.
I will say the end of Game of Thrones did lead to a lot of great Metallica mashups.
I just
Death by
that
1,000
fucking
cunts,
show,
that is
man.
amazing.
Honestly,
Now that could be
Wait.
a t-shirt.
how to kill a premise, how to like just squander so much potential.
about your fleet.
Well, yeah, because what do you guys think about? Because Gary reckons it's Doctor Who that's been butchered the most. Do you guys both reckon it's that as well? Out of all the franchises,
It's been destroyed. It's been destroyed.
well, what about Game of Thrones though?
Because the thing is, right?
Yeah,
Game
but
of Thrones
Doctor Who's-
rose higher than Doctor Who in terms of quality storytelling and stuff, and so it kind of had further to fall. So I think that got butchered worse.
But Game of Thrones doesn't have the history of Doctor Who. It doesn't have 60 years.
True. Doctor Who's never been as low as it is now, but it still had low points, right? While Game of
It's had
Thrones,
low points. Yeah.
like season 8 was catastrophic, like to the point where just random people were like, "What the fuck happened?" And it's like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I think this is the thing, like Doctor Who, as good as it was back during the Tennant era and stuff, like there was always still that element of, it's just goofy little British sci-fi show. Like it's not really something to be taken that seriously. Whereas I think with Game of Thrones, when it was at its peak, people were like, holy fuck, this is like incredible TV. This is properly compelling, gripping stuff.
I'd say the Tennant era was probably the closest it got to being very serious. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Started, like some of those storylines, especially when he got egomaniacal and like talks about controlling whether or not people could live or die. It was like, oh my god.
What's his Mars is great.
Yeah, I love it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
it was still
The Time
fundamentally.
Lord Victoria.
Well,
I think
that's
it's
the one
still-
thing that you could say is Game of Thrones. Nothing is ever going to repair. That's dead. They might make some new TV shows or whatever, but it's dead and it'll stay dead forever. Doctor Who, we got Russell T Davies coming back to try and make it. Like I'm assuming we all agree it's going to be better than Chibnall's era, right?
Yeah.
It should be.
It should be.
Well, I think the BBC have lost creative control of it as well, haven't they? So now it's not so
But
much
they still
under
control
their...
merchandise and distribution rights and stuff like that.
Well, hopefully them losing control over storytelling can actually release it from whatever fucking Lovecraftian creature that has its tendrils all over it.
But
I don't
Russell T Davies has said that he stands by the Timeless Children.
I honestly think we have to just see what he does rather than listen to anything he says for now, because I don't know how much of it is real versus just, these are my co-workers in a sense. So I don't want to shit all over them and their work.
They've still got TV to show before I shit all over it.
Yeah,
I've heard that Flux is better than what's come before.
No, it's a mess.
Is it that
It
bad?
was an absolute fucking mess of a first episode because it's a 6-part one shot, one story. They were just putting in fucking scenes which make no sense because they're only going to make sense in episode 4 or episode 5 or 3 or 6 or 2. So they're just like chucking this shit in. It's just like, what are you doing? And then the Doctor and Yaz aren't even acting like human beings. They're just like
No fucking change there, man.
They're just like hyperactive fucking beings, just like bouncing around the fucking place. There was no real intelligent dialogue at all. It was a fucking mess, dude. Jeez. Couple of little nice bits here and there, but other than that, no, it's like fucking hell. Had the worst overnights of a season opener of any Doctor Who, any new Who.
I think this is the problem as well when it comes to assessing them. It's like with Game of Thrones, you had a definitive ending, and you can say, well, that's the entirety of the show. We can review it now. With Doctor Who, it's never really going to end. It's always going to continue in some way. It's like DSP. You're never really going to get rid of it.
Except it gets worse. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps getting worse.
So it's a tough one to because you can only ever really assess it where it's at right now. There's always going to be more that's added on top of it. And yeah, it just feels like trying to now build on this with what they've done with the Timeless Children. Fuck, man, I don't know what you can do with it.
I mean, they're trying to build on the Timeless Children with Flux.
I was gonna say we would retcon it, like that would be our choice, right? But
like first 2 minutes of my first episode, that shit would be gone. Like that was just a bad dream or something.
Yeah, I would want to make it blatant too, like piss all over it, like quite literally have the Doctor pissing on it as a storyline.
The Master tried to con me into believing that I did literally just some shit like that and fuck off. Not going to give it any dignity. Not going to waste my time on it. It's gone. It's over. It's retconned. I am the Time Lord who ran from Gallifrey, and William Hartnell is the first Doctor.
Dragon Master Outcast here said, here's some good boomer conversation for late favorite Star Trek TNG episode, decanonized Abrams. Yeah, fucking get rid of all of the J.J. Abrams stuff and Discovery, probably.
The J.J. Abrams
that is an alternate timeline, at least, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I got that. Doctor Who could be given that treatment too, where it's like all of that shit with Whittaker, that was just a different timeline that no one cares about. Bye-bye.
One could hope, but the damage has already been done. Let's face it.
So I guess I'll believe in.
Oh, dude, if they did that with Star Wars, if they were like everything that happened in the sequels, that was a different timeline, I'd be like, thank fuck. It's the stupid dark timeline that no one cares about. Luke, Han, and Leia are actually still happy and together. It's all fine.
They'll never ever do it. I think the best you could ever hope for is that they'll just quietly back away from that stuff and pretend that it didn't happen without ever seeing it.
I really hope we don't one day get a surprise cameo from Rey, as if anyone will give a fuck. It's like, look,
don't care.
Rey. You're like, oh, fuck off.
I honestly don't think Daisy Ridley would come back. I think she's like, fuck this shit.
She's the one I think that's most likely out of her, Finn, and Poe. Fucking Oscar Isaac is an actual actor.
No way.
So.
Oscar Isaac never come. What did he say?
That's what I'm saying. She's the most likely out of the three, I think.
He was like, unless I need a new house, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What amazes me is that Daisy Ridley got the lead to Star Wars. The only thing I ever saw her on was a quick episode of The Toast of London for like 3 seconds.
I had never fucking heard of her before.
No. It's all in the stuff you can find it. JJ was just impressed with how she could cry on cue, and he was like, "All right, do it."
There's a lot of actresses that can do that. Like,
there's a lot of women that can do that.
There's a lot of actresses that can stuck on cue too, as well. So.
There's a lot of thoughts that can do it. Yeah, she's not charismatic. She doesn't have any real screen presence. She's obviously not that beautiful or anything. Like, fuck.
She's fine. She's not uber pretty, but she's fine.
I'd be more willing to give her a shot with someone who's actually like a writer and a director. I don't know what her talents are because I never saw anything in the 3 sequels.
All right, here's a link of Daisy Ridley on the one thing I've seen her in. Get ready to be blown away.
Hold on, let's see if I can bring this up. I don't know if I can share this here. Toast of London. What the fuck? Right.
As you can see, we're very technologically advanced here.
Yeah, fuck. Normally it just appears and I can share it. As you've done this before, actually. Could you do me a little favor and just add this to the stream? Just in the private chat right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much Ray.
I mean, kind of.
Well, it's just very one note. There's no inflection anywhere. It's just. I bypassed the compressor.
Well, didn't she? You can't take that away from her, as.
You can't take that away from Ray.
It's just the whole character just makes me feel sad. It just is this what people are supposed to aspire to now?
Dude, I think Ray sums up a generation as a character in terms of just how shit writing got. It's like she's the face of character writing for generations. Ugh, how do we get here?
That is actually very astute observation.
it's this whole mindset of you don't need to work for anything. You are perfect the way you are, and the world just needs to step aside and make way for you, Queen, because you're great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's just that's not the sort of thing you should be teaching people. At least someone like Luke had to work, he had to train, he had to learn hard lessons, and he had to suffer to
That's boring.
Yeah,
That's realistic.
That hero's journey thing. Who needs that?
She's already strong. She's a woman, you bigot.
Hero's journey is the construct of the patriarchy.
Appreciate the bypassing of the compressor, please.
Yeah. Showing Han Solo how to
The
manipulate
Millennium
his own shit.
Falcon within seconds.
the Millennium Flamingo. What they call it.
What?
Millennium Flamingo.
Oliver McLaughlin says, "May I join you for a dram? I'm dangerous though. No mask, no certification, no undies. Times are hard in Ireland. Well, they always are. Not allowed in the cinema nowadays. Drink with me. We're all drinking with you, my friend. Enjoy it."
Yeah.
Brenton Palmer said, "Morning lads, loving the content. Netflix and Disney can suck it. Drinker as. Did you say Hot Shots Happy Hour? Can't wait. Love you all from New Zealand. Hi Rex."
Hi Rex.
We need to
Hot
talk
Shots
about Hot
Part
Shots.
Deux.
Either one. Both movies are fucking
They're both
great.
good. I prefer Deux to one though.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I think it's funnier. I think I just enjoyed the Rambo references more than the Top Gun ones.
Yeah. The RoboCop reference. Oh, speaking of which, look what I got yesterday, dude. Don't worry about it yesterday.
Oh, fuck. It's gorgeous.
Dude, diecast as well.
That's pretty nice.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Does he say that, or is it a shitty
Yes.
toy?
Oh, the toy has
He
to say it.
says justice and equality for all.
Yay!
Yeah. And a better tomorrow as.
And a better tomorrow. Oh my god. Truth, justice, and fingering a pink-haired Japanese boy.
The
A
American
delicious
way
Asian
is
boy.
racist. So
Yes.
you can't have that.
No, so it's for
More
a
like
better
the
tomorrow for leftists only.
Man, talk about something you're never going to see again. RoboCop and how his origin starts, getting his whole body
Oh,
blown
yeah,
to
man.
bits.
Oh, that
On
scene
camera.
is painful even now
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I watch it and go, this is how violence should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's great though because it's just like fuck, he's fucked.
You can't beat a
Still
Paul
hanging on.
Verhoeven movie back in the late 80s just for sheer fucking over-the-top violence. Like, that dude just mastered it.
I'd buy
That's what
that
the
for
children
$1.
needed to keep them strong in the 80s.
I saw RoboCop at a 12-year-old birthday party.
Nice.
Sweet.
We were
Talk
Yeah,
about an introduction to manhood.
exactly. We're all 12. We're all around at Martin somebody's house, and
Fucking Martin.
and it was like the mother, because the mother was there. She's like, right, the film we got is RoboCop.
Kids
We're
like robot people.
"Ah!" So she knew he was an 18 because like one of the very first things that you see in the movie is like a pair of tits in the changing room, and it's like, the pair of tits come on. We were like, whoa,
Yeah, now this is
What?
cinema.
titties, and the mum's just like his mum's just like laughing, like laughing, like just stood behind us laughing. So there we are with fucking 12 years old, birthday cake, fucking crisps, Monster Munch or whatever it is, just watching fucking titties and violence on RoboCop. Best
good old days.
birthday party I'd ever been to.
I think Predator was our formative movie experience as kids. Like, you were just hanging out in the school playground, holy shit, it was so fucking cool when that guy got his arm shot off.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. That kind of violence, it was just cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't
It's
we
just,
have that anymore?
movies like that were just fun, man. It's
You
just
watch
like, what
Black Widow fall out of a fucking sky and you got a scratch on her.
Oh god. Just
it was so cool when she headbutted that table and broke her own nose.
oh
Wow, it's so gory.
Still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. She breaks her own face to beat the villain. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
I died inside when I watched that film. The parts of me are gone for good.
And here
You
I thought
compare it
Dr.
to,
Who
like-
took those from you.
Tony desperately yelling to activate the arc reactor to kill himself, but kill Obadiah as well. And it's like, oh yeah, it's super heroic. She's like, I'm gonna fucking break my face. Like, okay.
And honestly, like, she is the happiest looking person with a broken nose that I've ever seen because, man, I've seen that shit happen and you are incapacitated when you've had your nose broken.
Yeah, not to mention the blood control and then like the breathing issues and just it's insane.
Well, if nothing else, like your eyes stream with tears if you've had your nose broken. Like you're blinded by it. And like, there's none of that. She's just like, this is cool. I just broke my own nose.
That's
just a little bit, tiny little bit of blood came out.
She could have taken out a predator.
I watched Squid Game. Do you know how many capillaries there are in your nose? That would have been gushing.
Fucked up.
Squid Game.
Yeah, they got their heads blown off and stuff. Good shit. Season 2.
I was
really
watching
good
that,
shit.
and I'm just sitting here like, this is what cinema's supposed to be.
Amen. And a woman.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, there you go.
A people. Jesus.
You big ass.
A person.
I was just thinking there actually because I don't think we're going to get close to get through all the super chats tonight. And I'm just
Don't worry, we'll use your money to invest in Squid Game cryptocurrency.
Well, I think that's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I was going to say we've been streaming, I don't know, for about 3.5 hours or something. Probably this might be a good time to wrap it up just because I don't want to keep people like hanging on for too long. And I am aware you guys have been on for quite a while. So what I would probably do is just a catch up at some point the next few days. But yeah, man, like I want to say to all you guys, like I really appreciate y'all coming on. Like Gundam, it's the first time you've been on, and it's been fucking great to talk to you, man. I appreciate
I'll
you
be
taking
glad
the
to
time
come
out.
back if I don't get banned for my antics.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens to this stream, man.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, YouTube has a tab for naughty words. I
Yeah,
have to click it
we're
quite
good.
often.
Yeah. But no, it'd be great.
I got suspended on Twitter for saying all men can die.
Yeah. All men must
Seriously?
die. I got banned from Twitter. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I'm like, do they not understand that I'm making a joke about what people say here?
Well, it's a Game of Thrones quote.
Yeah.
That's
So
in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's the Game of Thrones quote.
Oh, God, if I knew. Oh, bloody hell.
I think if you'd had a pride flag in your bio, as
better go
you
put
probably
one
would have
out.
got away with it.
Yeah. I might actually put it in this new one. Just
I
put
did say that as a K-pop stance. That might have been all that saved me.
Oh,
That's it.
That's your shield.
yeah.
It is. I'm very, very into BTST.
I don't even know if that's a group or not.
It's something like that. It's one of those words.
Some of those letters, stick them in.
Yeah, I should ask as well. Like, for you guys, is there anything you've got coming up that you want to make people aware of? You've got the whole of chat listening to you and listening with bated breath. Yeah, hi chat.
Hi.
Hi.
On Thursday, like I've just come from I came from my Squid Game stream straight into this stream. So on Thursdays at the clocks are going to go. So it's going to be midday Pacific, 8 p.m. UK time. We're doing Robert Meyer Burnett and I are doing Squid Game. If any of you want to jump into an episode or anything like that, you're more than welcome. So we discussed the episodes. We did it episode 1 last week, did episode 2 today. Next week back on my channel again. Friday Night Tights tomorrow. Jay Longbone and Chrissy Mayer are the guests. That starts at whenever Gary wants it to.
Now that's a little bit of too much forced diversity for me. I will not be watching that.
Yeah.
The writing for Friday Night Tights, man, is just going downhill since they got all those mandates in. Need some woman dates.
It's become about the message rather than the entertainment, and that's what I can't stand.
Yeah, we sold out.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get too big. You see,
Yeah.
you've been corporatized.
I know I have been corporatized.
Yeah. We're sponsored by Pride.
Yeah. What about yourself, Gundam? What have you got? Anything coming up you want to make people aware of?
I've got nothing. I sell T-shirts. My comeback album was canceled because the producer is afraid of catching the disease. Meanwhile, nobody's got it. He had another kid, so he's even less likely to do anything. I'm sitting there like, this is it. I got enough people to check out my rock album. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm pulling a Filthy Frank. Nah, I got nothing. It's over. I'm one step away from being Spoony.
Wow. It's not that bad, surely.
It's pretty dark off camera. I'm Botticelli.
It's pretty Scottish off camera.
Yeah.
It's pretty Scottish
Yeah.
off camera.
They're your people now, Gundam.
Yeah. Come over here and we'll embrace you and be miserable together. It'll be great.
Sounds
Price
good. As long
of
as I
YouTube
can leave
video.
open bottles of booze and water around. The apartment's in a mess. Sometimes I lay on the floor as the dog pulls at my pants to get me up.
Damn, you're describing a great day for me.
Yeah.
I'm describing a productive morning.
Yeah. That's the sort of thing I'd be proud of. No, that's cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, I've got links to everyone's channels in the description, so please give them all a follow. They are all producing awesome content.
The more
and
people
to all
that
the
follow me,
people-
the more it pisses off the people who moderate stuff on YouTube.
Exactly. And to all the people that have been in chat tonight, you've been awesome, and thank you so much for all these super chats. For the ones that I didn't get to tonight, I will do a catch-up stream to cover them all, so not to worry. But yeah, I think for tonight, for this open bar, that's all we've got for now, so we're going to go away now.